What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rambling Red Shirt. Oh my gosh, 2 weeks in a row. This is amazing. What is going on? I am joined by Spencer. Oh, that way on the screen. Spencer, Patrick,
hello,
Gio, and I'm Chris.
What's good, everybody?
What's good, everybody? Patrick,
Woo!
Can we get an extreme close-up?
Extreme close up.
Whoa! Love it. Love it. All right. Matthew Coburn already here in the Chittity chat. In the Chittity chat already.
Hitting it early.
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What up?
like
Ubaldo T in the chat. Hello there, sir. Oh, Patrick, you didn't set your
welcome
to the crazy. Turn on your oh wait, no, you need to keep it off. That's right. Hold on. I'll turn your thing back on for you. There you go. You're good. Keep off your avatar. That's right, so you can keep your zoom on and doesn't get all glitchy. Yes. Sorry, folks. New toys. We're boys with toys.
It's always fun when you can try out something new.
Yeah.
Like
so,
I got the oh yeah, never mind.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I got the little let me see if it'll show up on stream.
Oh yeah,
here.
it will.
If I disable.
Oh, it's super zoomed in though. Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
We'll have to test that out. We'll have to.
Why is it so zoomed in?
I know exactly why. It's because of the difference between the OBS. My virtual camera in OBS it resizes it. So all I'd have to do is resize that picture to match, which is something I didn't consider. I thought it would automatically do it. But anyway, it's not. People don't want to hear this. But eventually,
they don't care. They like to hear the inner workings of everything. Like mine should be fine.
But yeah, eventually I'll be able to have
off,
this cool little ZZ graphic, which you can kind of see. Anyway, I don't know.
See, mine works well.
We're testing things out.
Yes.
We're testing things
toys, like I said, boys with toys. Come on, they understand. They're men.
Yep.
They're men with tights. Tights.
Matthew says USA and Canada is why. Like I don't get that.
What?
He's blaming like the Canada version of OBS or something.
Yeah.
US can.
Matthew's
Zing!
American, right?
Yes, he's in Florida.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was gonna say, just as long I wasn't thinking it was a thing where he's like from the UK and being like,
no,
these fucking North Americans.
No. We don't attract people like that, really.
Florida man.
We don't attract those Europeans anymore, really.
No, we do, but not the assholes.
Who? Who do we have besides Reese? Who do we have that's European that watches us?
I mean, I don't know them by name, but we get some.
We don't, though. Yeah. That's the point. We don't do enough on YouTube, unless like Will still watches us, but I don't think he does. And he was like the only other Brit, I feel like.
Either way, I mean, they're not. We never had an issue with those type of people, right?
Those type of people, Gio.
No. See, this is why you got to choose your words carefully, right? This is why you got to choose your words carefully.
Those kind of people, I love it. Yes.
It's like the what do you mean those kind of people?
Those kind. I know that's why I'm laughing because I want to say it, but without laugh, I can't say it without laughing.
What do you mean, you people?
You people. What do you mean, those people?
I just mean assholes. Is what
Nice.
I definitely didn't mean. I didn't mean.
Shit! Wow! Even Ubaldo and Matthew are getting a kick out of it.
I knew what I meant, and that's all that
I knew what I meant.
Gio. Why don't we start, Gio? We got a lot to talk about tonight. From Disney had a lot of big news today. Microsoft's and Xbox have been in the news a bunch, and those are two basically the two big topics. Plus a giant topic in Spencer's eyes, which is the state of play for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that happened yesterday. Sorry, so lots to get to. Now that we've stopped crying our eyes out from laughing. But let's start with picks of the week. So we're going to start with Gio and his pick of the week. So Gio,
Yes. Sorry, I was just having a little bite there.
Jesus.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, you're being one of
Got a little-
those kind of people now, huh?
Oh, I was just gonna say.
Patrick, would you like to go first so Gio can eat?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Oh, I just got all riled up because of all of those people, you know.
I know.
Anyway. So yeah, my pick of the week this week is a 1977 film by the name of Jabberwocky. So, not to be confused, there was a 1971, I believe it was animated as well, that was also went by the same name. This one is done by a lot of the crew from Monty Python. So if you're familiar with the film Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which is, one of the, no pun intended, like the Holy Grail of comedy. It's one of the best comedies of all time.
Must watch.
This was that one came out in 75. This was out 2 years later, and it's very much in that same vein as Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's directed by Terry Gilliam, who co-directed the first one. So this is technically, even though now Terry Gilliam is known as a really great director,
Yeah.
this was his first solo directorial debut, I guess you could say. It stars Michael Palin. There's cameos from a bunch of the other Pythons as well, including Gilliam himself. So it loosely follows the whole idea of the Jabberwocky, but it's just something I wasn't aware of. Comes from Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, which is the sequel to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So it's a character that comes from that same universe. How they do it in this film is a little different. It's essentially just used as a plot device to give them a big villain, a creature. So the Jabberwocky is the creature that's terrorizing the countryside.
Ooh, look at it.
You've got the king who is in charge, but he's kind of an incompetent, kind of past his prime, doesn't really know what he's doing. And then you've got it does have a competent storyline, because then you have the citizens who are dying from this creature. But then you have the elites in society who are like, you know what, this is making us money having this creature kill all the poor people. So, so they actually, so they're like the rich people. Even how they're saying, we don't want this creature to be killed. It's doing well for us. So it's like you have that kind of dynamic. But at the end of the day, this is a comedy film, and that's what makes it interesting. Is it's that same style of comedy that we've come to expect from Monty Python, and it definitely follows up where Holy Grail left off. It is a little, I wouldn't say it's exactly the same kind of film. There's some differences in the style, and I think a little bit of that darkness of Terry Gilliam kind of shines through here. But if you enjoyed Monty Python, any of the Monty Python stuff at all, or if you were just expecting, I think we all wanted another film in that same old medieval kind of setting, and this kind of delivers in that respect. So it's one that I own it on DVD, and I just rewatched it recently because I couldn't really remember how it went, and there was a lot to enjoy in this. One thing I want to mention is there was a couple cameos. I was just looking through when I saw the credits, I saw one name that I wasn't expecting to see, and that was David Prowse, which we all know as Darth Vader from the original Star Wars. Yep. He played a few characters in this, the Black Knight, and I believe the Red Herring as well. There was another Star Wars appearance in this film let's see, what was his name? It's Kenneth Cawley, and he played Admiral Piet in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So a few cameos from Star Wars actors, a lot of well-known British actors. If you look through the cast, almost every single person in the film has done something else that you would have heard of if you're familiar with British acting. And yeah, just an overall, just a nice bit of nostalgia, I guess, because it's 77. It's been quite a while since the film first came out. And I think without going in too much more into the film, it's just a good watch for anybody that's a Monty Python fan who is into that style of comedy. And I think it's just one of those films that kind of, it didn't get quite the recognition that one of those larger films got, but it's just a nice hidden gem that you can get into if you're into that style of comedy at all. And if you're into the nice medieval film in those kind of settings and fantasy as well. So yeah, so that's my pick, Jabberwocky. I believe it is on, I want to say Amazon Prime, but that might depend on what, I'm in Canada, of course, so that might be different based on your region. But you can definitely find it on streaming services, and yeah, I'd recommend giving it a watch.
It looks like we have some folks in the chat who have seen it. Possibly.
Yeah, Ubaldo says I agree. I love the comedy.
And Nicole Marie said very good. I don't know if she's implying that she's seeing it or you asked her about podcast. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, it's
for anyone that doesn't know, today is, I think they call it I was going to say though, just going off the bat. To that, today is National Podcast Day, or Star Wars Podcast Day.
Interesting.
It's the anniversary of the very first Star Wars podcast that came out, called Jedi Talk. I don't know what year. Maybe Nicole can let me know. But yeah, Star Wars Podcast Day. So
nice.
A lot of Star Wars based podcasts. People have been doing special ones, and she was on one earlier. She's part of Used and Abused, where I woke up and they were talking about their like top 5 favorite tracks from all of Star Wars, and so very tough, but it was a good listen to. So definitely go check out Used and Abused. 25 years ago. That's what I was thinking, around late 90s, but 1999. Look at that.
Gio, you have anything else to say about Jabberwocky?
I think that's really cool. A little bit of serendipity. I wasn't aware that was today. And
you mentioned stuff about the Star Wars,
a few Star Wars actors in this film that I mentioned, and that was not planned. So that's pretty cool. I think I could go into it further, but I think we'll just leave it at that. Just definitely go check the film out, and that's pretty much it.
All right. Patrick, before you fall asleep.
Yeah, you're so So my pick of the week is actually Loki Season 2, which most of these guys have already seen. I have not completely finished it, but it's about the only thing I've watched this week, really. I'm almost fully finished. I'm on the final episode now. So just a few, I think it's like I got like 45 more minutes to watch and I'll be done. So really looking forward to wrapping that up. Not really much I could say other than that till I finally, finished it. But from what I've seen of the show so far, I really like this season. It did a lot of what I wanted it to do. And the one thing I wanted to see this season, I won't spoil it if you guys haven't seen it. The thing I wanted to see happened, and I'm happy. And Spencer probably knows exactly what I'm talking about.
It's been out for months. Spoil it. It's been out for months. You can spoil it at this point.
Mobius gets on a jet ski, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I wanted from this season. That's all I wanted, and it happened, and I'm happy.
Did they mention in season 1 about him being a jet ski salesman? Is that can't remember.
No, they did not.
No, he just had an affinity for jet skis.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, because I was like, why would you have been waiting for instance? That's what I was trying to.
Yeah, he really liked jet skis.
Okay,
is what it was. He always had a magazine with jet skis. He never knew why.
My favorite favorite thing about season 2 was the inclusion of I can't remember anything about that show, but let me just look it up real quick. Loki season 2.
I'm not gonna say anything because Patrick hasn't seen it.
But don't say anything about the finale. Yeah.
I think it's hands down the best.
Every other episode's fine.
I'm just saying though that I think it's the best MCU finale there is, and it does something huge for the universe that was needed for setting up the multiverse saga as a whole.
Yes,
and it gave me a little more faith in what the MCU is doing after Quantum Mania.
I will say there's some really cool twists and turns in the previous episodes. They were like, when they happened, I was like, wait, did that just happen? It's like, it's very the show's very circular.
Well, things in the finale are going to be the same thing. I will say that. There's a lot of things. Yeah. It's the whole theme. Yes, exactly. Good point.
It's a very circular thing. So,
the thing it was OB Ouroboros. That was the character's
name. Ke Kwan.
Yes, who we all know as Short Round.
Short Round and what's his name from Goonies?
Data.
Yep.
Data.
Yep.
I haven't seen the Goonies in a long time, but
it's been a long time.
He was probably my favorite character in season 2. I think anytime he was on screen, I was happy to see him.
Yeah, he's
good. So that was one of the best parts of he really
there he is.
It was nice to have him in there to balance out the shitty acting of fucking Jonathan Majors whenever he was on screen.
Jonathan Majors, I thought his acting was fine. It's just
I like his acting.
Maybe we can't blame him, but that character that he was
Victor Timely, was very annoying, and he was supposed to be like that. He played that perfectly. He played Victor Timely perfectly, and he was supposed to annoy the hell out of you. Absolutely.
I have no frame of reference for that character. I just know I was like, what the fuck is he doing with this? So to be fair, he could have been told to act like that. But that being said, it was the point being is that OB was great. That's all I wanted to say.
Nothing else you want to say, Patrick?
The entire show is a McDonald's product placement. I love it. Which means Spencer must hate it because he doesn't like McDonald's.
What's the I don't get the reference.
The after credits scene in the first episode.
Oh yes.
And then they end up in the McDonald's, again.
Yeah.
Keep ending back up in McDonald's.
Man.
Yeah, it's like that sweet nostalgia.
He would have preferred to be a Taco Bell.
Why did they do that? Would you have
loved it if it was like an 80s Taco Bell?
That would have been great with all the colors and everything. It would have fit perfectly.
Yeah. Do that if there is a season 3.
There won't be. I'm just going to say there won't be.
But I'm just saying, if they were to do something to continue the story with a new show.
Well, the TVA is going to be seen in Deadpool 3 and supposedly other shows as well. Rumors are there's a chance it could show up in the Fantastic Four. So Loki season 2, check it out, folks. Great show.
Watch on Disney Plus.
My pick of the week is a game that we've been getting a little bit back into. Played it a couple of times in the past, 3 weeks, I'd say. Played it twice or so-ish. Maybe a little, in the past,
something like that.
Is Sea of Thieves. And season 11 just started recently for it. They've added some really cool stuff. One of the things I think that really has expanded on and actually lessened the grind of the game is that now you can basically teleport to the island you need to get to. And it's so fantastic. Makes life so much easier. But it's just a game that is continuing to evolve. It reminds me a little bit of No Man's Sky in a sense where in the beginning it was so bare bones and it did upset a few people. I was not one of those people. But they've added so much to it, from guilds to captains to the safer seas. We tried the new Siren song thing it got you 50,000 gold, so definitely worth doing that. The Tall Tales they've added collabs with Pirates of the Caribbean and Monkey Island are just fantastic collabs. So it definitely is a game we are going to be playing more of. You'll probably see us streaming more of it as well. So I know Patrick and Spencer have plenty to say about Sea of Thieves as well.
I could gush for hours about Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yes, he can.
The ocean is beautiful. It's great. This new teleportation feature is actually really cool. I do like it how you can get to the islands a lot faster. I'm not sure how that works in a combat situation. Like, can you like deuces, I'm out, and like in the middle of a ship battle, like just like teleport to another island, basically?
Now possibly if you're in open enough seas, because what happens is when you select to start the mission in that mode, you have to sail for a bit and then all of a sudden changes. So I'm guessing it'll be a way to escape. We haven't tried it. We didn't have to. We haven't had a need to yet.
Yeah, a PvP flee.
Yeah,
We'll see if we can do it.
It's an interesting idea, though.
You're like, deuces, we're out. And then they're like, wait a minute, what? They just left? That could be a lot of fun. It could also annoy the people doing Reapers. So if that's a possibility, that might be something we want to try. And the other thing I really liked about this is the ability to select quests on the fly. You don't have to go to each place anymore. Now, you still have to go to an island to vote to, become an emissary. That's something you still have to do. But you can pick up individual quests pretty much right there in the ship now, or through your menu. You don't have to go to an island. You don't have to go talk to a person. And that has saved a tremendous amount of time, because sometimes if you've been running a lot of quests back to back, you might have a backlog, or you might have been working on a backlog of quests, and then everybody on your ship runs out of quests. You're like, oh shit, we got to go to an outpost to go pick up some more. You don't have to do that anymore. So that's always really cool when you don't have to go back to the outpost unless you're going to cash in. And I know a lot of Sea of Thieves players, they'll keep like so much loot on their boat, it's ridiculous. Like they won't go cash in for hours.
Yeah,
like
us.
They'll play like a 5-hour session without even cashing in once, and their boat's just full of loot. And you're just praying no one sinks you during that whole time.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If you sink, it's
Please
I would
no.
hate that. And Spencer and I have had a few situations in the past where we've loaded up before, and that happens, and that is like the biggest like just gut punch. You're like,
oh, it's happened to us all. It's happened to us all. I think that it definitely is a replayable game is the key about it. We're almost got. Yes. I have this screen up because Spencer is almost a pirate legend. He which will be crazy because we'll be able to do legendary quests, which will be nuts. And then we're working towards that. Yeah, Athena quests. That's what they're called. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's on Game Pass, so definitely check it out. Yeah. We're gonna start with Spencer next.
Yeah. Last but not least, that's
sure.
That's the thing. That's the motto.
Sure.
Hey.
Sure.
Hey. Just
you and your timed PlayStation exclusives.
I see no problem with it when they're quality. Anyway, no, I've been on and off playing this game for, when did I start it? Back in September, I want to say, maybe.
You haven't said what game yet.
But like, I know.
Oh, you're building people up. Ooh, suspense.
The hype is building. What did he play, guys?
What did he play?
If you've listened to the podcast long enough, you know the answer.
Do you?
Yes. We talked about it early on. It was like episodes like 3, it was 3, 4, or 5, somewhere in that range.
I may have mentioned I did.
If you wait until the end of the episode, we'll tell you the answer.
But
around to the end.
I've been playing I've been playing. I like had it before Spider-Man 2 came out. My goal was to beat it before and give it the proper amount of time, and then from there, I just read the last half over the past couple weeks, and that's a game talking about is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because I've been wanting to beat it before Rebirth comes out, because the other trailers that came out for it looked like pretty cool, and so specifically that version that Chris has up, where it also has the integrated DLC, which I just started playing through today, and it's the little bit I played was pretty cool, and so I will say I haven't really played any of the original Final Fantasy VII. I played it for a little bit and kind of fell off on it. No fault of the game though.
Sure.
Original great. Yeah, sure, buddy. What did you say? And so, but remake was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the combat system of that game. That really stood out to me, and so much. It's a cool way to make into like an action RPG while also still having elements of being able to only do like these special like menu items, like special attacks or using items to help you heal or casting different spells every so often as it builds up. And so I really enjoyed the combat system. I really enjoyed the story. I did hear they changed a couple things from the original. Not sure what. Haven't delved into that yet, but I did literally just beat it like last night, and that finale was, or not last night, Monday night. I beat it. And that finale was epic, leading up to the whole battle against Sephiroth, and that was excellent. And so, I definitely recommend it, especially if you're into the. I mean, it's just an iconic franchise. I think it's a great way to get into it because it's the way I see it is kind of just like for how some of the story, but even though I wasn't quite familiar with the story and not really knowing anything going into it, I really enjoyed the story that was presented in this game, and I really enjoyed learning more about the characters. Enjoyable cast, like great cast of characters, honestly. Cloud's such a great character, and so many fun characters that you go on this journey with, just a good story, and so. I definitely recommend it out. And just playing it got me more excited for the first bit of news we're going to be talking about here. So.
And what is that news, Spencer?
Yeah. So, that bit of news, though. Yeah. So that bit of news that we're doing, going to be talking about is yesterday there's a state of play where PlayStation, this is almost 20 minutes, it's like 19 minutes and something long, for talking all about just Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the sequel to Remake, because Remake was only like a third of the original Final Fantasy VII, so this is the middle chapter, the Empire Strikes Back chapter, if you will. And so it's good. This state of play just like blew me away with everything that was shown. I genuinely think that this could be game of the year. I know like the year just barely started, but it just looks phenomenal. Have any of you all watched anything on it? Looked at anything on it? I know two of you are like Xbox fanboys that don't give a shit about PlayStation, but
no, that's not true.
Well, the first one is on PC now anyway, so yeah. The integrated version is on PC.
Well, and it's coming to Xbox. Yeah. So the first one is coming to Xbox. It's timed exclusive, as I said.
It's never happened, though. They say that.
It will be coming. Yeah, they just had the...
It's a how many-year-old game?
2? Whatever, 2 years. How long did it take PlayStation? Yeah, but how long has PlayStation taken to get games to PC? Remember that. It took them, 5 years almost? 2022 was when 2018? That's not different.
You're talking about an exclusive to another.
To what? Another what? Another platform? Who do you think runs most of Windows? Who do you think runs most of Windows stuff? Microsoft. So what if it's purchased through Steam? Still, most people play on Windows machines.
It's not the point of it.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the point we're trying to talk about here. I'm lost.
He's calling us, Patrick and I, Xbox fanboys when.
I mean, I am
kind of accurate.
No, but if you had a PC, you'd play on PC.
Wow, taking a
absolutely. I think everybody, if they have the option to play something on PC, you should. It's the best.
That's
platform.
what I'm. Well, yes, but if I had the money to buy a PlayStation, I probably would. To have them all because I have every other system: PC, Xbox, Switch.
To answer Spencer's question, though, I watched some of the video. I believe you might have been the one that posted it, Spencer. Or actually, no. Once you mentioned that it was you may have, but once you mentioned it was your pick of the week, I went and looked up the video because I hadn't seen it. The from yesterday, correct?
State of Play was yesterday. Yes.
So yes, I did watch that. So for reference, I played the original FF7. Oh God, how long ago was that? 25, 30 years ago, 30 plus.
1997. 26 years ago. 26 years ago.
So I played that, and I did play the FF7 remake, the original version on PS4 when that came out. So I'm familiar with both versions. When I saw the trailer for the next part, for me, it just looks like more of what we've seen the same from the first one, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you enjoyed that. I just don't see anything that makes it, that elevates it above the first one, but which again, it might not need to, but that. It looks like, okay, if you liked the first part, you'll probably like the second part. Beyond that, there's nothing really to bring new people in that I could see. Like, if you didn't like the first part, if it didn't interest you, you're not going to want to jump in right into the middle, into the second part of this story, and and start there. But that might not be their goal. They might not care about that. But I'm just saying, if you're an outsider looking in, it's I didn't see anything from the video that would make new people want to come in. But it still looks just as good. Like that's one of the things. It's one of the all the Final Fantasies for years now have been very great looking games. They work very hard on the visuals. Of course, the soundtrack. These are things that the series is known for. Yeah, I mean, I just for me personally, I don't know. I don't really have that much of an opinion on it. I thought the first remake was pretty good. It just wasn't. I think something was lost in moving the series to an action adventure kind of thing rather than turn based. But I see what they're doing. It's a new generation. They want to. There's a lot of people who don't like that style of gameplay nowadays, and they're trying to appeal to a new audience. So it's yeah. I think there's something to be said about when you play a turn-based game. It allows you to focus on strategy more. You're focus, like if you in an RPG, you have an electric or you have a machine enemy. You're like, oh, I'm going to use lightning against him, and it gives you time to strategize and learn and do stuff like that. Whereas in an action game, you're using your reflexes. You're doing like real-time tactics maybe. But you don't have as much time to strategize as you would in a turn-based game. So,
well, that's kind of like what I really liked about this combat system, though, is that I felt like it kept a lot of those elements. The only thing that I felt like was really action-orienting was, well, of course you had to like keep on pressing your attack button and like sometimes your combos there would like make a difference, but like then also you had to do your dodging. You still had the time when to do your potions, when to do the special spells for those weaknesses, figuring out those weaknesses, right? And so I think it very much had some of those elements, and that's what really stood out to me, because for me personally, and I haven't played a lot of games like this as well, but I haven't quite seen it in a combat system where really like did that, if that makes sense. Like it's not strictly turn-based, not strictly action, because it's obviously more on the action side than turn-based, but you have that meter build up to where you can only do so much. Only like, okay, my meter is built up once. Okay, I can do a spell. Okay, I have 2 meters built up. That means I can do a more powerful attack.
Yes.
And that meter only builds up so much.
It's kind of an evolution of the system they've been working on since the first time I saw it was Final Fantasy 12 on PS2. I don't know if they did it before then, but that was the first time I remember them doing this kind of battle style. And then they've continued to evolve that over the years. We saw it with Final Fantasy. Pardon me?
I think it's just great to see because I think it's a really cool system.
That
I personally haven't experienced before.
But it's the one they used for oh god, what was was it Final Fantasy 15? I'm thinking of. I can't even. There's so many of them now.
There's a lot. That's the other thing too. Is it's so daunting of a franchise to get into, and I don't know. I think 7 Remake is a great place to like get into if you've never touched a. What's also really cool is this game comes out on the 29th, which is 3 weeks from this Friday. And if you pre-order it on PlayStation, you get, or PS5, because it's a PS5 only game, you get a copy of Remake Intergrade for free.
That's awesome. See, and that's what you want to do is get, like what I was just saying about getting new people into the franchise. That's a perfect way to do it. Yeah. Give them a free copy of the first part of the game. It's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely see that, like, if you don't care for Final Fantasy, I could see how, like, you just won't care for what this is, right? Now, the big difference of this game is Remake was not open world. This has a massive open world of, well, I'm not sure massive, but, like, it has a big open world, though, of, like, 6 different areas. And there's this one point in the video where it shows the region map highlighting how different each area is, all these different things you can do in there in each of the areas, and so it looks absolutely fantastic.
I have the map up now.
Area is what each area adds to it.
I have the map up now,
and so
that's interesting. Cool no, that's something I didn't see when I was checking out the video. Is that yeah, because the first one, like you said, was very linear. You're just going from story point to story point.
Yeah.
So that's actually very interesting.
The other big thing they're doing in this too is Remake didn't really have any mini games. There's a big mini game in Intergrade that I was just playing a bit of before streaming, and but this has a lot of different mini games that they highlighted too. One of these is like a special piano thing where you can like compose your own music, and I think they even put that in the demo that just came out. Which that's another thing. They just released a demo where it's a portion of the game, and if you play it, you can then choose to skip it when you play the full game.
We were just talking about
an update to the demo where you get to add a bit of a whole area as well, which is really cool as well.
We were just talking about that I wish because we were playing Suicide Squad. And I said, I wish they had let us, with the beta, get past...
Oh, yes.
That part, because we played it already. But, I mean, I'm glad we played it again. And we would have played it again with other characters, though, is my point. So I wish that with, So, I don't know. But, yeah, that's really cool that they added that. Let me see if I can find some of that minigame stuff.
Go to 950 and you see the piano mini game.
That's what I wanted.
I'm glad that they're adding stuff like that, because that was one of the things that in the original, a big part of the charm and the heart of the game was those kind of moments, and you didn't get that much in the first one. So glad that they're adding that to the second part.
Oh, look at the kitties.
They just roll.
They put a big emphasis of the cast of it as well.
Oh.
They have this whole section of the video called Bonds of Friendship, where it's like they're trying to include more of a system of where your allies can team up together. And the other big thing that really stood out to me as well, which is insane that they highlighted at one point, is it looks like the leveling tree is a bit different. It looks a little nicer here.
Chocobo races are back. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Soccer.
Like, so many fun mini games.
Look at this.
Soccer with freaking what was his name, like Red 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
Until
Trying to find the
lots of mini games. It just looks like so much fun.
yeah, it does. Bonds of friendship. Here's the bonds of friendship thing. Bonds of friendship.
The other big thing that
Aw.
the other big thing that really stood out to me, which is absolutely insane, is that this game has over 400 tracks of music that they made. Absolutely insane. And the music that if you go to actually watch this, it's absolutely Final Fantasy just has some of the best gaming music there is, and so
Yeah, I think
it keeps it up and doing this new, I guess updated, but like an updated version, I guess, right? Like they obviously take a lot of elements of the old one and like modify it to be like more of their modern music that they do, and so it's really music's absolutely amazing, and it looks like a fantastic game that I can't wait for.
it really.
I really do think
does.
that it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for like I don't see any no other games that I've seen previews for I think could beat this so far. But
For game of the year,
judging just from previews, yeah.
Indiana Jones could, if it's designed
Even
well.
that, I don't think so.
If it's designed well.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't think, as much as I love machine games, I don't think it's going to hold a candle to everything that Final Fantasy does.
Yeah, it's. There was another game we were talking about that I was like, oh, that could be an easy game of the year candidate. I forget what it is.
I'd be very surprised to see FF7 win Game of the Year. Like, I think it would have to be
exclusive. You mean?
Well, not even that.
I mean,
it would have to
God of
be
War's won it.
That is something to keep in mind for sure. The exclusivity, yeah, and like you said, God of War did win it, so I don't think that should exclude you from being able to
see what's
win.
coming out the rest of this year.
But yeah, it would have to be a very sparse year for that, in my opinion.
Well, we don't know
doesn't mean
everything.
It doesn't mean it's going to be a bad game, right? But
Outlaws could win Game of the Year, but it's going to be very hard for a Star Wars game to win Game of
Outlaws
the
could be
Year.
hard for Star Wars, yeah.
A Star Wars game to win Game of the Year.
So the other big thing that really
Senua's
stands out to
Saga,
me.
maybe.
No.
What is that?
Senua's
Blacksmith
Saga?
Wukong has a chance.
at this point, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Let's look up. Stalker 2 would maybe get it just on Ukraine.
Here's the thing: to get Game of the Year, you need to have a blend of popularity. The game has to be good, obviously.
Pal World. Hell.
Wait, what are we talking about? That's obviously Pal World.
Pal World, man. Foam Stars. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
there
it's
we
gonna
go.
Be Pal World, just on popularity alone, Pal World.
Dark Forces Remaster, Star Wars games, so that'd be hard for that.
Yeah, that's not gonna remasters. They might get nominated, they never win.
Let's see here.
That's just a remaster, not a remake, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, remake's different.
There's a difference.
Very big difference. I'm seeing.
Yeah, I don't think a remaster would be. Not that it wouldn't be eligible, but I just don't see any chance of that. Like that winning.
Well, I feel like for a game of the year is that it has to do something big and new. And for me, while I can't speak on exactly everything that it obviously builds on a remake a good bit, so you already have a great solid foundation.
Yeah, I think
it's
what was it? FF7 fucking part 2, we'll call it. I think it's definitely eligible. Like, I don't think there's anything that's about that game that says, oh, this can't win. But I just don't think it will. That's all. It definitely, it's not, there's been so much confusion over the last few years because so many companies, it's all in their marketing, right? They're like, oh, this is a remake, this is a remaster, this is this. They won't even use the correct term if they're trying to sell copies, right? But, you know, the FF7, what they've done is they're completely new games. It's not, the story's different. The only thing they're using is the original characters from that game. Beyond that, they're new games. So I'll say that. Now,
in looking at what's releasing, I feel like a dark horse, because we've been waiting for it for so long, could be Bloodlines 2 for Game of the Year. We've been waiting for it for a long time. They look the way that they showed when we discussed it last week. The way they showed that preview, it really looks like they've gone more mainstream, a little bit to kind of draw in people who wouldn't normally play a more traditional RPG. Like when you go play Bloodlines 1, it's more traditional RPG. This looks more like an action RPG, which will draw a lot of people in. I think that Bloodlines 2 could be a dark horse for Game of the Year.
Yeah, that's the direction a lot of games are moving in, because it's like, especially if you look at the new generation, and here's the old man yells at cloud take, but it's like the younger generation doesn't want to necessarily sit there and play a turn-based game. A lot of them, they're becoming less and less popular. So I think that's just the direction a lot of companies are moving in with their games. They'll take a previous property and they'll modernize it in that sense. And you see a lot of games. This is the interesting part. A lot of games have RPG elements in them now, stats and building, leveling up. All that stuff has widely been adopted, but the actual turn-based elements and stuff like that have gone way down. So it's very interesting to see.
Yeah, but we saw shit like that. Like, I'm gonna use Mega Man as a perfect example. It's
sure. Like
upgrading and your stats in an action shooter since like NES. So I'm not too like impressed by games doing that. I like it when they more. I think it's accessibility. I think for me is the key, not necessarily that they're combining genres. I think they just make it more accessible, less button presses, for example, or easier menus, less powers to upgrade. Like the Mega Man kind of. I think a lot of games will say that their inspiration on how they do leveling up comes from a game like if you look to a roots, a game like Mega Man. So
yeah, but Mega Man was like about collecting. You'd go into the level and find a power up, and then you would get that power up going forward.
Yeah, but as you went forward, you could. I mean, there were upgrade your health and in the future, and a lot of them upgrade your health. Sometimes you could level up the powers, the different powers you had.
Yeah, but I think what the difference is nowadays it's a lot. It's a lot of like
depth.
Yeah, but it's a lot of stat-based stuff like RPGs. Like every game now you have, you'd have like a Mario, or not even a Mario, but like a lot of games where you would just have hearts for your health, like 3 hits.
Well, yeah, yes. Now you have, but I mean,
now it's all HP. You have an HP bar with a number on there.
But in a lot of action games, you still just have like hearts. A lot of modern action games still use that same model where you don't have necessarily, and you don't upgrade you don't upgrade, like you don't have stats like traditional.
Yeah, not
RPG.
All games are like that. Obviously, I'm just saying there's been a huge rise in that over the years.
Well, but I'm saying those games that you're talking about are still like first person RPGs and stuff like that, because the games where you're talking about where you're leveling up the health, it's like where you're like you have hit points and those are RPGs mostly.
That's what I'm saying, is that the RPG elements like that.
But those are in the RPG genre. You're saying we're seeing RPG elements in the other genres, but I'll call those games that have those HP and hit bars, RPGs, where you're leveling them up. I mean, HP has been, an element we've seen in games, again, other than RPGs for a long time.
Pretty much forever, yeah.
Other than RPG. Those aren't RPG elements. That's just hit points, but
that came from RPGs. Obviously, RPGs.
Well, that came from RPGs, though, in the 80s, man.
That's it's exactly what I'm saying.
But I'm saying
RPGs have been around before video games.
But that's what I'm saying is they've been doing that for once it started appearing in paper and pen. Once video games started being designed, they started using the same thing already back in the 80s and 90s. Like it's not a new thing. Like it's not a hit points is definitely not a new thing.
No, not at all. But I think
in video games.
No, but I'm saying in more games nowadays, you see more RPG elements added to not necessarily non-RPG games.
Yeah, I'll say I think more of it is you're thinking more like XP, would be a better than HP is a better
Yeah,
way to look. Like
HP
for example,
is
in
one
Madden,
yeah.
for example, you get XP now in Madden.
Absolutely.
And stuff like
Even,
that. So
I've been,
so HP though is just that's a universal thing that's been using.
Sure, that's
30,
just the
40.
easiest example, right? Because
I think XP is an easier example though, because
sure, absolutely.
you never saw XP in sports games,
That's
until like recently. They
Absolutely,
didn't call it XP. Now you had stat points, they would call it, where you built up your player, and you put them into different stats. So sports games, I feel like, is the main genre.
Skill trees have expanded beyond.
Now they have in sports games, yeah. I feel like the sports genre is the genre.
FPS stuff is really like that now too with skill trees. Like that stuff showed up in FPS.
Borderlands.
Like,
Borderlands, I feel like was one of the first ones to do that. Yeah.
And
Skill trees and XP. That's a better way. Yeah. And I would even call Borderlands a first-person RPG. Especially the newer ones.
RPG, looters,
shooter. Yeah, that one is like 5 different. Yeah.
5 tiers of just keep stacking.
Yeah.
Open world.
Yeah, and then it gets into the weeds of like what really makes each genre, what are the hallmarks of them, right? But I think when you look at the way that they were, I have some experience with game development, so it's like when you look at how they were probably thinking about making these games, like Borderlands, for example, it's like obviously there weren't a whole lot of shooters back in the day where you had that kind of thing happening. The shooters were shooters. You had your Doom and your GoldenEye and your Unreal Tournament and all that shit, Quake.
I mean, when
it was
Borderlands, what year did Borderlands come out?
I mean, of course, there was like Deus Ex and stuff like that, but Deus Ex,
Spencer's looking it up, it looks like.
Or even like maybe I don't know, maybe BioShock.
Deus Ex, Deus Ex is the grandfather of first-person shooters. RPGs.
Oh, that's cool. Because that means Borderlands is turning 15 this year.
So, well, the movie's coming out, right?
October would be the 15th anniversary. So, you think they would wait till October to drop the movie for the 15th anniversary? The possibility.
I don't know. Spencer, do you remember when the Borderlands movie is supposed to come out?
Around August, I believe.
Oh yeah, August. So right around there. Griffin, what's going on, man? He says looter shooters are kind of hard to make different from each other without it becoming a mess.
Because a lot of it is just gun components.
Well, it's funny.
It's like a raffle system where they're just kind of randomized.
Yeah, well, it's funny because we're playing Suicide Squad, Spencer and I are, and that's a looter shooter for sure. It's like The Division meets Gotham Knights. Superheroes, yeah. It's really. Wait, Griffin didn't know they were. Oh boy, Spencer, your friend. You smack your friend when next time you see him, please.
Don't worry, they're celebrating 15 years of Borderlands with a shitty movie, so you know.
Is Tom Holland starring in it?
No, Kate Blanchett is.
No,
it's actually a good cast.
Kevin Hart is.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's Roland.
Is he? Is Kevin Hart playing Claptrap?
No.
No, he's Roland.
Roland.
No. That's what I wanted.
That would have been awesome.
It's Jack Black.
Like,
Jack Black is Claptrap. That's right.
Oh God, yeah.
He's going,
He's gonna have like several songs in there.
It's gonna be clap 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 clap.
A long ass fucking time ago in I don't know what the towns are in Borderlands.
Yeah, it's oh
I
boy.
understood that reference.
Man, we went off on a thing about video game design there. All from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's our job. It's Rambling Red Shirts, the name of this podcast.
Exactly. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to talk about on the subject. Spencer, anything else that you want to bring up about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
I brought up all the main points I wanted to.
Okay, on
I
Rebirth.
brought up all the main points.
I didn't watch anything on Rebirth really. Looking through, the mini games look really fun. Again, I'll obviously play the first one on PC most likely, and then when this hits PC, I'll get
In about
it
2
and play
years.
it. Yeah, which is fine. I got plenty of other shit in my backlog I need to get through. The backlog is real.
The never-ending backlog.
It's so insane. Oh, I have a game I'm supposed to be playing to record for our Backlog Voyages series. I still haven't even done because the backlog is real. So stay tuned for that eventually. I'm thinking I might do it this week, actually. Dun dun dun. But
Stay tuned.
so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launches when again, Spencer?
February 29th, near just over 3 weeks, and I'm planning on picking it up day one.
And
29?
And remember, if you have a
4 years.
if you have a PS5, there is a demo that released on yesterday. So go check out the demo. And if you play the demo, as Spencer said, go ahead.
Yes, you get your progress completion carried over. I was just going to also say pre-order, and you also get the first one. So
That's correct. With all the DLC. The DLC. The
yes, because it's the
DLC.
integrated one. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes, with the DLC.
the DLC, the Right Blaze FD. So all right.
So,
Next up, we got a bunch of Disney news.
yeah.
'Cause
So,
they had
Oh boy, our favorite company.
well, there's some good news actually. This is some really cool news. Let's start with all the releases
Yeah.
from the investor call. Do you have the
Yeah,
discussing film
I,
thread up so I can just pull it up and you can go through them and I can
I have
scroll?
it all up so I can.
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
perfect. So
wait,
let me
I have it
use-
like down though. Are you from the very top? Are you at the very top?
Oh, down. Okay, yeah, I can go to the bottom. So, well, I would say go to the top. That way, yeah, go to the top because that way, because it ends at the Moana trailer. Is really the first place is where it ends. Everything else is not Disney. So
Right, that's why I began from down there. Okay. Well, in this case, first up we got dates for things for this year, next year, the year after. So first we got stuff like Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5 is coming out 2026. Does anyone care? No? Okay, cool.
where is that? There. Toy Story 5.
What? A new Frozen?
Yeah, Toy Story, I'll be okay with.
and Toy Story 5. Like, I haven't even seen 4 yet.
4 was good. 4 was
Fantastic. You
4 was
gotta
really
see it.
good. It's very funny.
good.
Very
I
funny
like it
movie.
better than 3.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree. I think I agree.
3,
4 was less emotional of a film, but it was
dude.
funnier,
3, the ending had me
right?
bawling like
Absolutely.
a little child.
If 3 had you bawling like a little child, you're just gonna be a pool of tears by the end of 4.
Okay.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that from 4. I got that more from 3.
Dude, 4 messed me up.
4, I mean, for what 3 did, 4 felt like an unnecessary sequel, but I
Yes.
like 4 a lot more than 3, though, because I personally find 3 to be, like, very overrated. So, but that's just my opinion now. I know I'm in a very deep minority here.
I mean, it's a series that didn't really need to exist past the first film, like from a realistic perspective. But we got some
I think past the second film, honestly.
we got some good moments in all of the films, really, and none of them were bad. I think, but you know, it is what it is. It is Disney. What are they going to do? Not make Toy Story?
Yeah.
Right.
We've already built a theme park around it. We got to keep pumping out movies.
Yep. And,
They made a Buzz Lightyear TV show where he was a real person. So
Voiced by Chris Evans.
It was a
What?
movie. It wasn't a TV show. It was Lightyear.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a movie.
oh well, I
Never
didn't-
watched that. Never
I-
watched that.
Yeah, I
Now
thought
that is a
that's
blunder on Disney. They should have brought Tim Allen back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, but
So-
they can't do that because never mind. We don't need.
Yeah,
to
we're
get
not
into
going to talk about that. That's
for another
okay.
day.
So
I've
we
heard he
got.
is coming. I think I did hear he is coming back for this one.
All right.
so.
So what's next, Spencer? Oh wait, you missed.
We did get a first look at Moana 2.
Yep.
Well, this is why we should. No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
What? Yeah, you have it. Why you have those up there?
See, this is why I had it at the
That wasn't at the top. That's at the bottom for me.
This is
Moana's right here at the top. That was all the way at the bottom, and there's stuff below it. So, we're going to go back up to Moana. Jesus Christ. We're a professional organization here, folks.
Well, I'm just going to say the way I had it, it is going to be a lot easier because it would have been all of it together, but it doesn't matter at this point now.
Oh, you're talking about that one right down here? Well, then there's something you missed. Below the Toy Story and Frozen 3. There's a couple of things you missed.
Toy Story 6.
No, because it's Funimation, and then Warner Bros, and then Madam Web, and Godzilla. That's all this stuff that's not related to Disney.
Mine's in a different order. I don't know why. I don't know why it's in a different order. Because
where are you?
So look, on discussing films, I've got Moana.
Are you on their page or just on the thread?
On their, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's where I have
then it. Zootopia.
Yeah, that's the order I said it in. I said Moana.
No, but you started with Frozen and Toy Story, which for me is way down here.
Yeah, if you're just on their page, it might not be in order.
It's up there.
Yes,
it was
but
up there. No, because it's the timeline release order. That was higher up.
The timeline release orders. What are you talking about? What was higher up? But then you missed this. Then that's what I'm saying. And this.
That's not that you're okay.
That's what I'm saying. If it's the thread will be in a different order than on their page necessarily. Not necessarily.
You're saying that he's looking at the thread and I'm looking at the page?
Yeah, that's my theory.
That's not what I'm looking at either.
So okay, fair enough.
Go right above the Funimation post, and
I know
showed that Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5.
Talking about this one? Funimation post.
I'm trying to wait for it.
This
Funimation?
Oh, it's all the way up there. Why did they repost their post from earlier?
This is doing it from top to bottom. So
that's
yeah, but see what I mean? Like,
that's what happens when you monetize Twitter, is that you get these,
oh my gosh, assholes who frickin', yeah, that's the stupidest thing. That's all you had to say was it's a repost. Do you read repost? Say it was a repost. That's all you had to say.
I'm not arguing. I'm done. I'm not.
That's all you had to say was a repost.
But you said top to bottom, so I went from the top.
Yeah, but
I was going to the bottom.
Okay, are we at the right spot now?
Yes, I'm scrolling all the way down past all that garbage that didn't need to be seen.
Okay, fucking Moana 2.
Moana 2, first look, coming November.
Well,
it was supposed to be what,
said
Spencer?
That's probably the only thing she's looking forward to. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
The first one was really big with kids.
I haven't seen the first one, honestly. I've never watched the first one.
That's one of those films that, like, in the same vein as, like, Frozen, where you get a kid to watch it just, like, 1,000 times. Moana is the same way. Kids fucking love that movie. So, yeah. It doesn't surprise me they're doing a sequel.
There is a little 17-second.
Of course. Yeah, they did a little bit of a teaser there, and nothing too much. I mean, stunning animation as usual, but yeah. It looks cool. I don't know. I mean, I liked the first one, but I wasn't like super attached to it. So, I mean, it's just something that comes out. I don't know. I may not watch. We'll see.
Yeah, I wasn't really into the first one. It's just not for me, right? But yeah, I'm sure.
Like, it wasn't bad. It definitely had its.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nothing wrong with it. It's just not my type of film at this point in my life. But yeah, I totally understand why they'd make a sequel for sure.
I think it made money, of course. Is The Rock coming back? I'm guessing.
I would hope so.
I would assume so.
I think so. Yeah. Pretty
But
sure he
he's
would.
taking on. I've heard he's taken on some more responsibilities. I think
He's on the board now for WWE and UFC.
Yeah, I heard that.
And
so
he's
I don't know how much
got-
time that'll
Fighting
take away
again.
from him.
He's got a
He would
spring
have already
football league.
recorded a while back.
Yeah,
Actually,
this, yeah, it's coming out this year.
Oh, fair enough. So he could have
So,
already
yeah.
filmed it.
He's already done everything.
Well,
by
it's
this
all
point.
voice. It's all voice.
Yeah,
it's already
He doesn't
voice
have
Voice work is
vocab.
done so far back.
They're just finalizing probably now,
Animation and stuff is what they're finalizing and touching it up and everything.
Yeah.
and then they'll do the score last.
Yep, and then marketing will
Bing Bang Boom's
ramp
got a
up.
movie.
Yep.
Well, Matthew said that he hasn't seen the first Moana or Frozen. Don't touch Frozen because that movie's awful. First Moana's.
Watch the first Frozen. It's okay.
Frozen's all right.
If you don't, if
Second
you don't
Frozen,
have,
I fell asleep.
if you don't have kids, I don't see the point in watching Frozen. It's just there's not enough there, in my opinion.
The
I don't know.
music's not bad in the first one. The second one, don't waste your time.
Moana's got a pretty good overall movie and music. I'd say pretty well balanced.
Okay. I might check it out.
And you
But
get to hear Dwayne Johnson sing. So
I got to a point where I stopped watching Disney movies, animated movies when they came out. You know, you get to a certain age where you don't
yeah,
watch them when they first come out. Frozen, you watch because the phenomenon of Let It
I
Go,
would say.
really,
Absolutely.
you know, so you had to check it out. I only watched Encanto because we did those, you know, those review for
That's
it.
the only reason I watched it.
You know, so you know, I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen Moana. I don't even know what else there. I never saw The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one either.
I've
so-
seen that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them I haven't watched of the newer traditional Disney animated musical.
Nicole says we don't talk about Bruno.
That was John Leguizamo is great. Do love John Leguizamo.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that that gets way too much flack. Like I hear a lot of negativity, or in the past I have, and it's like I always liked the guy. But then again, I'm the type of person where I liked the original to a certain extent. I liked him in the original Mario Brothers movie, Super Mario Brothers. So I have a lot of nostalgia from that.
Oh,
No.
no.
That movie is we don't need to get into it, but it's better than people give it credit for. I'll say that.
No.
I would rather watch. Oh, here's a hot take. Here's a hot take for you
Oh
guys.
no. Oh no, don't. I'm
Geo the
afraid.
Sage hot take exclusive.
Hold on. Wait.
I would rather watch-
Wait.
I would rather watch the original then was it 1991 Mario Brothers movie with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo over the new animated Super Mario Brothers movie with Chris Pratt. I think it's I think it's a better movie, honestly. I really do. That's my hot
Boo.
take.
Boo, no.
I think enough time has passed where you can kind of like, and I know everyone had a bad time filming that movie where like they talk, you ask anybody, a lot of them, you know, Bob Hoskins, rest in peace.
R.I.P. for sure.
Everyone hated working on that movie. It was
one of the best. Anyway, sorry.
it was a horrible time for everyone involved, and I can only imagine what that was like.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, and the couple that directed it, I believe it was a husband and wife couple who had never directed before, and they made it. It was from all accounts, it was a nightmare. And I'm sure everyone had a great time working on the new one, you know, and doing an animated film where you just had to do the voices, and it was like a, you know, all-star cast, which, you know, there was a lot of stars in that first one too, but anyway, we don't need to go into that. That's a whole nother. I could go on for another. I feel like I have to justify my position now that I said that, but I don't want to take too much time to do that.
That's an understatement.
Right.
All right. Next thing releasing, Spencer.
Well, we did have a couple things about Moana if we want to go ahead and talk about those things.
Sure.
First, Moana was originally planned to be a Disney Plus thing. I don't
That's
remember
right,
if it
yeah.
is just a series or just a special or whatever.
Okay.
But point is originally meant to be on TV, Disney Plus, but now it got upgraded to a movie, which makes sense because of how huge Moana has proven to be one of the most streamed things on Disney Plus. Like that and Kanto were like consistently on their top of their charts every year, seemingly.
It's just something to throw on so the kids can watch. Keeps the kids busy.
Well, right. That's the big thing. Is it's the if you have a kid, it's the service you have to have.
Yes. And then what else?
The other news is Lin-Manuel Miranda, who
that's right.
co-wrote songs for the first Moana, is not back for Moana 2. So we'll see how that works because he played a big part, I think, in making the first one successful as well as Encanto. And so we'll just see how the second one turns out.
He's secretly working on Hamilton 2, Rise of Hamilton.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
That's great.
I still need to watch that. But anyway, yeah. What's next?
Yeah, if you guys haven't, go definitely watch Hamilton.
I started to watch it and I wasn't that impressed.
It's just long. It's just really long.
I wasn't impressed. As impressed as
if you want the abridged version, go on YouTube and watch the 5-minute long Hamilton.
It's not nothing to do with the length. I got through about half of it and I was like, meh.
If you guys haven't checked it out, Weird Al Yankovic sang the songs from the movie in a fast speed polka format, and he condensed the entire musical into 5 minutes.
Oh, jeez. All right.
And so, anyways, go check that out.
Next, stop plugging Hamilton. We don't care.
I don't know. Is it better than the Mario Bros. Movie from '91?
Nope. It is not. It is not. Negative, sir.
That needs to be. That
did not put me to sleep. Hamilton put me to sleep.
That needs to be a new show. Like, is it better than Mario 91?
Better than Mario.
I love it. Is it better than? Is it no? It's just is it better than? And you take a really bad movie, and you take a movie that technically isn't the majority.
That got good reviews or something.
Or mid reviews. Like the majority of people don't like it. I don't know. Yeah, sorry. We're brainstorming live. Rambling. That's what we do.
Super Mario Bros. 91 versus The Last Jedi.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God! Super Mario Bros. 91 for sure.
And Matthew was having me laughing in the chat there. He's like, sorry, when they turn the heads into old dino faces, they look like Shaq to me.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's one thing I'll say real quick is that it was a terrible adaptation of the source material.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely not defending that. That's not my basis for saying it's a better.
Okay.
So yeah, absolutely terrible adaptation. That's
lies.
That's undeniable.
Lies. You think it's the best thing?
I just think it was an entertaining movie. That was all.
Oh, of course. It was definitely entertaining, but it was terrible. It was one of those movies that's so bad it's good.
Popcorn flick so bad it's
like Monster Squad.
Masterpiece.
It's like Monster Squad. If you haven't seen Monster Squad, go check it out. It's a terrible, terrible B movie, but it's great. Anyway,
did you say B movie?
Yeah.
Do you like jazz?
Speaking of movies, what's next?
What's next? Next we have Zootopia, right? Zootopia 2.
I am really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, that'll be good. Hopefully the sloth comes back.
I enjoyed the first one.
Who didn't?
Fantastic.
You didn't
I never did
Zootopia.
watch. I loved.
Oh, the show.
I loved the first Zootopia, but I'm hoping this is good. I need to watch the show though. That's what I
do need
watched
to
yet.
as
I
well.
Need to.
Yeah,
I need to get around to it because it's like 5 or 6 like episodes. You can get through it in like an hour or just over an hour, and so I need to.
Oh, are they only like 10 minutes long each?
But yeah, Zootopia 2.
Are the episodes really short? Okay. Huh. All right. What's next, Spencer?
Let's see here. Bob Iger said, oh my god, Bob Iger says output of content is being reduced at Marvel Studios with some focus on its stronger franchises. So something that's definitely I think, needed at Marvel at this point.
Yeah,
I think that's a Disney brand overall thing they were working on.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars this had gone the same route. Sure,
Star Wars got reduced, and they're focusing more on the Mandalorian stuff right now because that's what's
there's
popular.
The Moana news about Lin-Manuel Miranda already brought up. All right, so here's the big thing. I guess we'll talk about this next. Or here, no, let's skip over that.
Let's talk about it last.
Yeah, let's skip over that. Wicked Part 1 are both in theater. Is in theaters same day as Moana 2. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
November 27th. Here you go. The Mandalorian Grogu, which is the movie finale of The Mandalorian.
Which is getting ready to start filming
this
summer, I do believe.
We'll
if I recall,
2026.
June 17th it starts filming? I forget. I saw that post the other day. I shared
I saw a specific date that it's going to be in December.
Oh, okay.
It's probably going to be
December
December
2026.
2026.
That makes sense.
Mainly for VFX, because the VFX for Mandalorian takes forever.
Yeah.
Like ILM does not take shortcuts when it comes to Star Wars.
And then Percy Jackson renewed for season 2. Spencer and I are very happy about that.
That first season was excellent.
Great first season. And then for all you Swifties out there,
Super Bowl.
The Eras Tour is coming to Disney Plus on March 15th with 4 additional acoustic songs.
Get ready. It's going to be
4 additional acoustic songs?
4 additional acoustic songs.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Swiftie, but I do like Taylor Swift's music, and I probably will watch this, but I'll watch it as, like, I'll put it on in the background while I'm, like, cleaning or something. You know what I mean? Like,
are you gonna say you're gonna wait till no one's around and you pull the curtains close so no one can see?
No, I'm admitting that I'm gonna listen to it while I'm cleaning, because instead of sitting there watching it, I'll probably listen to it while I'm cleaning.
Get those wireless headphones. You can just walk around the house.
They all cool. They earned all their subscribers that they lost from the price hike back in March. Mm-hmm. Matthew Coburn says Swift is overrated. Nah. I'll disagree with you there. Look, here's the thing about Taylor Swift. Let me see. Is there anything else? No, that's what we're talking about later. That's it. That was all the Disney stuff. So, besides what we're going to talk about next. But I'm going to say this about Taylor Swift. She is... okay, shut the fuck up, Spencer. I said I'm not a Swiftie, but
It's true.
I'm not a Swiftie.
You're contradicting yourself here.
I said I'm not a Swiftie, but I like her music. If I was a Swiftie, I would have gone to concerts, always bought her album. Like, Swifties, Andy Signore is a Swiftie.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. If you're...
Nicole's a Swiftie?
Oh, look.
There we go. See? People are Swift. Yeah. So, but she is a very smart businesswoman. She is a fantastic musician and a great entertainer. She is the Michael Jackson of our era. I am not afraid to admit it.
I disagree with that. But
who's the Michael Jackson of this era then? Tell me.
Doesn't need to be. I don't know if you.
I'm saying that kind of like pop influence.
She and Beyonce would probably be the two.
I think she's better than Beyonce.
Now,
she's definitely very popular.
Right now, I would say she's more popular.
Very popular? Did you say just she's very popular, Gio?
Like very, very, very popular.
Very, very, very. Add like 10 varies to that. and
she's one of the most popular, if not the most popular, pop artist.
She plays instruments. Taylor and Beyonce are friends. Of course, they're friends.
Yeah.
Taylor and Beyonce are friends. Yeah, no, she is definitely at the level that Michael Jackson was at the prime of his career. She is at that level in her career, for sure. Yes, thank you. What she is doing is changing music business and history. That's absolutely. I'll agree with that. How she's influencing the freaking National Football League is insane. Insane. It pisses
to the point where it's pissing people off as much as a certain quarterback that kneeled. That's all I'm going to say. It's pissing people off that much.
It's understandable why people are pissed off about it, because it's taking away from the game.
No, it's not. No, it's not. They show her when Travis Kelce makes a big play or or has a touchdown. That's all they cut to her for like 10, not even 10 seconds, and they cut away right away. They just show her going woo, and then they cut away.
To be fair, I haven't been watching, so I can only
go on
what other people have been saying.
Those people are overreacting. Those people.
Okay, but how do we know that you're not underreacting, though?
I know. I know I'm not underreacting because I'm not. I'm a sports guy. I understand the value monetarily.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the thing. So I'm not underreacting. I'm reacting at a smart, intelligible level of she's making money and she's causing awareness. Yeah, it's good business for the NFL. Good business for her. Good business for pop culture in general.
For me, I'm not even an NFL fan.
It's different for you though, being in Canada.
Yeah, true.
If
we don't have a team over here, but
if she was dating an NBA player and she did the same thing, you'd be agreeing with me because it'd be influencing a sport.
If she was dating one of the Raptors, I would be fucking furious, man. Like,
not necessarily. And they were winning. The Chiefs are in the fucking Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah, but that's
like you can't be.
Listen to what you're saying, though. Listen to what you're saying. What does he have to do with that?
Nothing. But people are all thinking she's be a distraction, just like Jessica Simpson was a distraction when she dated Tony Romo.
Well, I mean, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors in their relationship, right? So, I mean...
Well, no, we do, though, because they have a podcast. The two Kelsey brothers have a podcast, and they talk about it all the time. Their mom talks it. Like, you have to understand the culture of the NFL in the United States, Gio. It's like, it's the only sport that is 365 days a year in the United States.
Even when the off season.
It's 300. NBA is not like NBA has lulls. Baseball has lulls. Hockey has lulls. The NFL never has a lull. Soccer definitely has lulls. Well, in the United States, especially.
If you're a fan of the NFL, right? Why do you care? Like, who cares about Taylor Swift?
That's what I'm saying. People are getting pissed off for no reason. Like, that's what I'm saying. So what? She's dating an NFL player. They cut to her during Chiefs games when Travis Kelce makes a big catch or scores. Who cares? And people are getting so pissed off. It's fucking hilarious.
And I think
Hey, James Tyler in the house. What's up, man? And Nicole says their podcast is awesome. The Kelce brothers. So she has obviously started listening. Man, when Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce started dating, the Kelce brothers podcast gained like millions of subscribers from all the Swifties that went over there to listen.
See, but to me though, that's not the kind of, like, not all business is good business, right? I think that's something that you learn. They're
not the kind of people going over there to be trolls, though. Like,
no, I'm not saying that.
People going in there asking football questions, wanting to learn about the sport and shit like that.
If that's the case, that's great. But I think that. So what happens when they break up, right?
Well, we don't know if they're going to break up. People are thinking they're going to get married. If they break up, they break up. She writes a song about it, whatever. Like,
if that happens, she's gonna write a song.
But of course, but I don't think they're. I think they've like you have to see, like, the mom is so here's it's so hard to explain. So last year's Super Bowl was the Eagles and the Chiefs, right? Both brothers played. One played for the Eagles, one played for the Chiefs, and the mom is all over. Like, the mom has been in commercials with her sons since before. Like, the mom is a public figure. Donna Kelce is a public figure to people in the United States who follow sports. So as soon as they started dating, Taylor Swift started hanging out with the mom. Like, this is a, like, they're like, there are prop bets out there about. And this is silly. Like, if people want to bet money on this, go ahead. I think it's terrible that people are betting money on shit like this. Of, like, at the Super Bowl, will he propose to her? Will they announce that she's pregnant? Like shit like that. It's so stupid. Like those kind of prop bets are so stupid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a culture of non-sports. Like if you're watching NFL, you don't care about that, right?
Well, if you are a gambler, though, people will gamble.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
That's a whole nother discussion.
That's a whole other discussion. So that's why I say it's silly that they're doing those prop bets, because they're just trying to cater to the gamblers. That's all they're doing is, something else to gamble about. Because there's prop bets for all kinds of silly shit, especially at the Super Bowl.
It's horrible.
Especially at the Super Bowl. You know?
That's really the bigger issue is the rise of gambling.
The rise of gambling in sports. Well, it's because it's now legal in the United States pretty much everywhere.
Everywhere. Thanks.
So Nicole says she checked out the Kelsey's podcast because of a short, not because of Taylor, and she liked them because it came across her YouTube, and so because she loves sports, and you're a sports fan too. Okay, so that helps. I must know who your NFL team is if you're a football fan, because this will be an interesting conversation. But anyway, so Taylor Swift has definitely done something to people that you wouldn't think are Taylor Swift fans are Taylor Swift fans. That's the thing. Like when you see someone on the street jogging, and you're like, man, they're probably listening to this, and they end up actually listening to Taylor Swift. Like you're like, whoa, like that's like the kind of thing that like Michael Jackson brought people from different music genres together because of what he did. That's kind of what Taylor Swift has done.
Yeah, but my only thing is this: like, did Taylor Swift ever talk about football before? Like, maybe she did.
Probably.
I never heard. But
probably. But I mean, I don't pay attention to Taylor Swift like that.
Michael Jackson was a known. Like, for example, he was a basketball fan. He did a commercial with MJ. He did. He didn't
date anybody in sports. What does that have to do
with
Taylor Swift? I'm not. The sports thing has nothing to do with my feeling about what Taylor Swift means to pop culture today. Nothing. Before she started dating Travis Kelce, that's how I thought of Taylor Swift.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying. So you trying to compare Michael Jackson to Taylor Swift like that? That's nothing to do with the sports side of it.
No, you were the one who said she.
No, no. Nothing to do with the sports side of it. I'm saying because she has come and started dating someone, happened to start dating an NFL player, she has brought new fans to the NFL. But I'm saying she has also gained new fans. What does that have to do with Michael Jackson being an avid basketball fan?
I'm saying Taylor Swift fans getting into the NFL aren't necessarily going to stay because of that. They're there for her.
Okay, so, that's not what that. Maybe a percentage of them, but some may. So you can't say just like what is.
I'm saying they're fair weather fans. But, they're there for Taylor Swift.
You know how many fair weather fans of fucking sports there are? Like,
I don't respect them either.
Why? You can't dude, with how many forms of entertainment there are today, it's very easy to be a fair weather sports fan, and there's no need to disrespect someone so you don't respect someone because they're a fair weather sports fan. They might have other interests that you're not as big an interest, and they're gonna. What you want to say that they don't respect you because you're not as big a fan as movies as someone else? Like that's
don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about.
You just said you don't respect fair weather fans.
Okay, maybe I got the term wrong. I'm not talking about casual fans, right? Like
that's what a fair weather fan is.
No, fair weather means you change. Fair weather, you change with the weather. You change.
No, not when you're to do with
like a bandwagoner. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. That's a different. No, but a bandwagoner is different too because a bandwagoner is already a fan who just jumps on a certain team's wagon because it's the cool thing to do.
That's what I'm thinking.
But they're not jumping on it because it's the cool thing to do. They're jumping on because they want to learn about the game. I'm telling you, people are asking football questions. These are people who want to learn about the game. They're not people who are it's bringing new fans to the game. It's not just bringing Taylor Swift fans to watch NFL games. It's bringing people who are interested in learning about the game. That's my point.
I mean that's great if that's the case. I just don't think that's the case.
You don't know. You don't watch the NFL. You're not. Haven't paid. You even admitted earlier you haven't paid any attention to this. So, like,
I'm saying I'm hearing about this stuff.
From
who?
What
I mean? I didn't.
From who?
I didn't. From the internet. What do you mean? I'm on the internet all the time.
You're from the internet, but what people that are NFL fans? Or
yeah, I have a lot of friends and a lot of people I follow who are NFL fans. Just because I'm not doesn't mean I don't hear.
Yeah,
about it,
but are those people like people who would normally get? Are those the kind of people who got upset at Tila's haircut in Masters of the Universe? And then like that's what I'm asking. You know, if it's those kind of people, I'm not surprised they're pissed off.
Yeah, I don't care about.
That's what I'm saying. These are the same people who are pissed off that Colin Kaepernick was kneeling during a national anthem. Like, who gives a fuck? Just watch the football.
Well, that's a whole nother.
No, but I'm saying, but they're getting pissed off at Taylor Swift. That's what I'm saying. They're equating the two. That's how retarded it is.
Yeah, but you gotta understand too. It's like I'm not. You're trying to put me in that box.
No, I'm not. No. I'm saying, are those people that you're watching? I'm not saying you're that person because I didn't say you have that opinion. You're admitting you don't have an opinion because you don't know what's going on. You're just following. You're just repeating what others' opinions are.
No, but I'm trying to get you to understand where they're coming from because it seems like you don't seem to.
I do. I do get it. They're pissed off because they cut. It has nothing to do with people coming and watching that are Fairweather fans. They're more pissed off that they cut to Taylor Swift during Chiefs games. That's it. And then they talk about her on Sports Center and stuff. Then watch the NFL Network. Like, she is a global superstar, people. Deal with it. Like, holy shit. Yeah. That's if you don't like it, don't watch. Go listen to the game on the radio. There's a million other things you can do that are not a waste of time than getting pissed off that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce and they cut to her during NFL games when he scores and has a big play.
Damn, that guy.
Hold on. We got to get this from Spencer.
Spell setting.
Wait. I know. Spencer, say it. Say it.
Say the.
Say. Come on.
I got nothing.
Yawn Sports? Oh, come on, man. I'm disappointed in you. Disappointed in you.
I'm saying that we got bad blood. No, just kidding.
No, what? No. No, I wanted Spencer to say Yawn Sports, but he didn't. He failed. He didn't understand the assignment. I don't think Spencer expected us to get into a debate about Taylor Swift. Remember, Gio's the music guy.
One of the things too is like we get into that's one thing I think is like the extremes of it, right? It's like, yeah, I agree with you, Chris, that there's some people who just they take like the simplest little aspects of things and they just blow it out of proportion.
That's the outrage culture. Tila's got a man-like haircut.
Well, and the thing is, though, is terrible. This is the problem, though, is that we get to the point where we get so dismissive because of those people that we forget that there are other people.
Oh no, I know, understand. Right? People are, but that's why people are mostly pissed off. If someone is pissed off that someone else is a Fairweather fan, how does that affect them? If someone is pissed off that they cut to Taylor Swift for 10 seconds, look at your phone for the 10 seconds. They'll get you back to the game. Right now, it's just a bunch of people celebrating. I've worked in sports. I see what happens after touchdowns. It's just a bunch of guys walking, you know? I mean, like... or
in sports games, they always cut to
the bench, celebrities, right? or Jack Nicholson. Like, oh my God, like shit like that.
Yeah, that alone shouldn't be your
It's what
main
people
concern,
but that's what people are getting pissed off at.
Well,
that's what pissing people off.
If you're just pissed off about that and nothing else, that's a little ridiculous to me. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what all the social media posts I see here. Stop cutting to Taylor. I want to watch football. It's not a Taylor Swift concert.
Now maybe, and again, this is the thing. Maybe if it's excessive, but,
it's not though, because it's only when they score
or they, Travis Kelce.
When he does something, right?
Yeah, like
like I get that. It's just, but then when you add in all the a lot of the news that's coming out and stuff,
if the announcers start talking about, if the play-by-play guys mention her and they bring her up, they're gonna cut to her. That's good television, It's
wait? I'm confused. Why did Matthew Coburn say kiss cam?
He was saying like cutaways on TV when they do cutaways.
In
sports, how they have the kiss
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
kiss cam. I love the ones when they do like the people who look like people, like who look like celebrities or characters from shows and shit.
Oh man, they do people dirty on those.
They
sometimes.
do. It's so great. For Spencer, they do Timothy Chalamet. They put.
You know what? I was just playing the other day. Spencer, have you played Lies of P yet?
Didn't you play the first?
I was playing Lies of P, and the first thing I was like, this guy kind of looks like Timothy Chalamet, and then second of all, I was like, this looks like Spencer.
Hold on, I have to pull this up now. Hold on.
It's like a Lies of Spencer's.
Is it the main character?
Yeah, the main character in Pinocchio in Lies of P. They don't call him.
I know. Yeah, he's P, isn't he?
Get close to your camera. We're gonna do a side by side.
Oh yeah, hold on. I'll deal with it. Hold on. I got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got.
Well, and there's a glasses item you can get too. So I had him equipped with the glasses. So it really was
is there? Hold on.
I was playing a Spencer Let's Play or something.
Damn it! They don't have one with the glasses. Damn it! But I can see it. No. Okay. Hold on. We gotta go. We're gonna do it like this. This will be the best way to do it. Where's the Spencer? Oh, up here. We'll do. Screw it. We're just gonna do this. Like this image. Whatever. The dingus. And now we're gonna change the dingus image to that one. Save image as. Oops.
Yeah, I tried Googling it. I don't see that.
With the glasses, yeah. It's what AVIF file? What the fuck? What the fuck? AVIF.
Oh,
file?
I normally have to. Yeah, if you're trying to copy, you paste over. Sometimes you have to save.
No, I'm trying to save it. I was trying to save as an AVIF. Yeah,
I know.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
I had one do that the other day. It kept pissing me off. I kept trying to post it to the Discord, and it would post, and then it would disappear, and then say AVIF. I'm like, what?
Oh, browse. Oh, where did I save it? Save it here. God damn it! Where did I save it? Sorry, guys. Oh, I saved it in there. Okay.
I found. Oh, there's another set of glasses. I haven't found those ones yet. Here, let me show you. I'll send you this picture.
Oh, you found one with glasses?
Oh, please don't tell me it's fucking a web P or something.
Well, just hit print screen. You print screen and use
fair enough.
Snippet tool.
No, here's a tool. If you guys don't know this, the chat, this might be interesting for you too. If you have a Windows computer, if you hold down Windows Shift and S, you can select a part of your screen, and
you just have to click print screen now. You don't have to click anything else. Yeah, you just click print screen.
You can do that? Oh, fuck. Well, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, just click print screen. It's so much easier. They updated it. Yeah, print screen. Print screen used to take just a print screen, and it was annoying because if you have multiple monitors, it would take a picture of the whole thing, and the whole thing. It was just But here we go. You sent me one with glasses, did you? No.
Hold on one sec. I'll send it to you. I just saved it because I just saved a portion of the screen.
Oh, okay.
What that allows you to do.
Here it is. Here, we'll put it on Geo since Geo isn't on camera. This way we can
see where are we. Pictures.
Oh, get a PNG of transparent PNG of glasses and throw it on top. Oh, that one is way better. Yes. Oh, yes.
Could have trimmed it down a bit more.
No, you're good. It's perfect. Oh yes.
Imagine having a print screen key on your keyboard.
What do we
Oh,
get?
he has a Mac.
Dirty
I'm
Mac
guessing.
user.
Yeah, dirty Mac user. Look at this. Look at this. Yes. Look at it. Look at it. Yes.
Wait, hold on. Is that John Wick?
Is that what?
It's a John Wick.
What?
What?
He's got the suit
Hold
on.
on.
He's got the glasses. He's
Oh, he's no Windows user with a messed up keyboard.
That's awesome.
Look at it. It's the dingus.
It's
He's
the
like-
biggest in Liza P.
He's like, imagine the luxury of having the print screen
Really,
key
man?
still on your keyboard. That's what he really meant.
That's like a girl.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Dang.
Spell, you're gonna
See
send us
how
a
it is,
picture of
no.
your messed up keyboard?
Griffin says that it's an exact copy of Spencer. The image.
Now we know who you can cosplay as.
We got it. It's
Comic-Con.
Lies of S. I guess.
Lies
that's
of
what it's called.
S. Oh
Lies
my
of D.
god.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll workshop it.
I love how we went from a debate about Taylor Swift to Spencer looks like the guy in Liza P.
This is why they call us Rambling Red Shirt.
Oh no, it's a perfect segue because now we're talking about video games, and boy, do we have some fucking huge news. Oh, hold on, I need to compose myself for a second.
Real quick, I am gonna rumor drop this. I don't know if you guys have heard. Rumor is on social media, Elon Musk may potentially be putting in a bid for Disney. That is the rumor. On
I don't
that'll
believe
never
that
happen.
because
That'll
here's the
never
thing.
happen.
Here's the thing. The only reason I can see him doing that is because like he has a beef with Disney and he's suing them right now.
No, he doesn't have a beef with Disney.
Yes,
got a beef
he's
with
suing
Bob
them right
Iger.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is suing them.
Yeah, he
He
is
is.
suing them. Yes.
Okay.
He's
and
had
that-
a beef with them for a
he's-
while.
Yeah, he's funding Gina Carano's
Funny,
lawsuit.
Gina Carano's
Yes.
lawsuit. Yep.
Yep.
So I think if he was to buy them, it would be like to right the ship kind of thing in his mind. But I don't know why he would.
Star Wars.
I don't know. He could probably afford it. I don't know his. I'm not an expert on his financial situation, but
He could definitely afford it.
but I'd be interested as to why he would do that beyond like what I just said.
I don't see him.
Just to give them a middle finger.
Yeah, that's something I hadn't considered.
Yeah.
Disney
If
is
he's-
worth more than him. I don't know that.
Disney's not worth that much
And-
nowadays.
And
As to
Elon,
what,
yeah,
well,
I mean,
And-
Disney
and by the
may
way,
be
and-
worth more than him,
I
but
just read it
he could
today.
buy it on credit and get investors. It would be
So
I
the
don't
investors
believe
today, right?
he's doing it though.
yeah, I don't.
I don't
Okay.
believe it.
I would be surprised if he did it.
So we were just reading. Apparently, stocks are back up at Disney today.
Let's see it.
I don't know how much of that's related to the investors' call and how much of that
What
is
the
related to
fuck
the
is
potential
that?
owners.
What the fuck?
Oh,
What the fuck is that, Griffin?
Exactly what
What the
Did he show?
fuck?
Did
Yeah.
he send you the keyboard?
Yeah. What the fuck is it? Hold on, I need to take a piss. While we all
Can we
look at this.
see?
It's on the screen. It's on the stream.
Okay. Oh, there we go. It's showing up. Let me see. Oh, he's got one of those ones. Okay.
It's adorable.
That's even smaller than my keyboard, and mine doesn't even have the. I got one without the numpad on it. His takes it to another level.
When he was saying that for a second, I was like, "Oh shit! What did he do? Like demolish his keyboard?"
That's what I thought.
And I'm like, "Oh, it's adorable."
No, that's just a nice portable keyboard.
Yeah, portable keyboard.
See, it's nice because there is a lot of just extra stuff on a full size keyboard that you don't necessarily need, and that's
Yeah,
why.
certain buttons you don't use very frequently.
Yeah, like the number key, the numpad is a duplicate. You have the numbers on the top. Some people argue it's faster. I never had.
It's
for
much
me
faster
personally-
for me.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
me
I'm-
personally, I never had that problem. But
I'm very quick with the number pad. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was always an FPS guy.
I mean, I
so
can
having
do
a
it
numpad
fast
is
typing
much
as
faster
well.
for me.
but I think when I
Oh,
was
that
in
one
old
doesn't even
school-
have a numpad on it.
No.
That's,
Old
what does he
school-
say? The number keys are still there. It's just on a layer. Oh, so you got to hit like a function key or something.
Function key first. That sounds.
Oh,
slower.
so those are LED, or
Oh, if it's LED, that's even crazy.
do they light up so you know which ones are numbers when you hit the button?
He says same with function keys.
Proof
And then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Or do you just have to know which one? Oh, is like the N? Is that the number keys? And the what would the function keys be?
Those two keys, those two highlighted keys on the bottom, the raise and lower keys. He says.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Green arrows shift the things. He says.
But you don't see them change. You just have to know where they are. So the numbers are at the top and are the 0, 1, 2. So Q is 0 or Q is 1 then?
See, that would take some getting used to,
1,
but
2,
I could
3,
see.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And then
Look how friggin' small that thing is, though.
Where's F12 and
Handheld.
F11? Took a comp science class with it, so I had to learn it pretty quickly.
Yeah, you don't have time
I figured,
to.
yeah.
It's something
That's
else.
something else for sure. A through G is F1 through 6. Okay.
That's
Hold on,
cool.
hold on,
I've
let's go
never.
back up. Hold on. A through G is 1 through 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would make sense. How is A through G 1 through 6 when that's only 5? So is it A through H is 1 through 6?
You
F1,
don't need
F2, F3, F4, F5, F6?
through H. He says.
Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, wow. And Z through N is Jesus Christ. And then Q through P is 1 through 0, I'm guessing. So where is there's no equal sign or plus or
That's on the expansion pack.
it's on the expansion pack. Asterisk. How do you do the shift number? So like how do you do number sign or dollar symbol or
Oh, they're still there too. Okay.
have all the brackets there too? Jesus. Like can you if you hold them both? Can you get like the number sign and the dollar sign and shit? So you hold the up and the down one and then you hit like R and you'll get a dollar sign? Like, holy shit. I mean, I guess, yes, you would get used to it, but man, I don't know if I want to get used to something like that. That's just, you know, I mean, this is nice
like, I was happy.
keyboard, you know?
I definitely, yeah, I appreciate a keyboard that kind of reduces the table space. But that's a little. I like mine. I like mine that still has the arrow keys and still has like insert and delete and home and all that.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the number pad. Yeah,
Just doesn't have the number
those.
pad.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It saves a good amount of space there.
Sure. Yeah.
Ortholinear and that
Staggered to enjoy.
not staggered, so enjoy that.
Enjoy that. Also, it's ortholinear and not staggered, so enjoy. That's true.
Oh, so all the keys are on the same height,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
That'd be
flat.
interesting.
That's
I wonder if
weird.
that's better for your wrists or something like that.
I don't think so. No way. No.
Well, ortholinear, that would make me think that's
No, because you have to keep your hands up like this
Yeah.
rather than like angled
like
like
Beethoven.
that. Yeah.
Playing piano.
No, because piano you go like this as well.
Well, they get just a little bit of bounce to it.
Yes. It's a grid, not a slant. Oh, God.
That's what she said.
Makes me type the B with my left index and not your thumb. Yeah, I would hit the B. You're supposed to hit with your thumb. Got him.
Well, yeah, but
What?
that's another thing too.
Got him.
If you actually
Alright.
type with the like the whole home row thing, whatever they call it.
Now that we've talked about Griffin's keyboard,
Hey, why not?
all right.
Let it go. Let
There's
it go.
been some really. Oh crap! I need to open up the discussing film.
While we're on the topic of keyboard, no, I'm just kidding.
Spencer, tell us about Razer. What do you think about Razer?
Overpriced.
They're better than people give them credit for.
They're yeah.
Well, I
they're
don't know.
Overpriced though.
To be fair, I haven't bought. Here's the thing: I haven't bought a Razer product in 20 years, but the mouse that I bought from them 20 years ago still works. So
They're not as good as they used to be. They've sold out a little bit.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, we
we're
now have the
done.
big thing.
Yes. Here I've got it. I've got the article up.
yeah, Matthew says this was a wild tangent. That should really be our goal, is to see like how wild of a tangent we can get on. Like it'll be like 6 degrees of separation with Kevin Bacon, but it's like
If
it'll
we
be
can
like
get
how far
back
from
to
the
main
original topic.
and then how far we can like circle how many topics we can talk about and create a circle to get back to the original topic that we wanted to talk about.
That's fucking genius.
I like it. Anyway, next big news. Boom! Disney X Epic. Spencer. Take it away, baby. Take it away.
Yeah.
Disney X Epic. Oh boy. So, well, this just begins with Disney is investing 1.5 billion with a beeb to acquire an equity stake in Epic Games alongside this huge multi-year project that they're now working on. So
What
that is
percentage?
huge news.
What percentage does that put them at?
10%
Yeah.
shareholder.
Wow.
Here.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's huge.
So
See, I never.
Yeah.
No. Let's
I'm just-
let Spencer get into.
There's
it
more.
first.
Yeah, there's a ton more. Oh my gosh.
yeah, I'm just gonna read through this whole article here and just go into it because it says everything. So it says in addition to being world-class games experience and interoperating with Fortnite, there's just going to be this new persistent universe that will offer a multitude of opportunities for consumers to play, watch, shop, and engage with content, characters, and stories from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Avatar, and more. Players, gamers, and fans will be able to create their own stories and experiences, express their fandom to a distinctly Disney way, or in a distinctly Disney way, and content with each other in ways that they love, all powered by Unreal Engine.
The sharing thing
I
for
take this
me, it's like it's open
Yeah.
source Disney.
I take a lot of that,
Sort
taking
of.
a lot of cues from what Fortnite does right now, and is combining a lot of that with Disney. So we'll see. But anyway, Disney was one of the first companies to believe in the potential of bringing worlds together with Origin Fortnite, and they use Unreal Engine across their portfolios. Talks Tim
You skipped a
Sweeney,
paragraph.
CEO of Fortnite. Okay. I'll go back to it because I'm already halfway through.
Okay.
So, now we're collaborating on something entirely new to build a persistent, open, and interoperable ecosystem that will bring together the Disney and Fortnite communities. But yeah, Bob Iger talks about that our exciting new relationship with Epic Games will bring together Disney's beloved brands and franchises with a hugely popular Fortnite and a transformable new games and entertainment universe. This marks Disney's biggest entry ever into the world of games and other significant opportunities for growth and expansion. We can't wait for fans to experience Disney's stories and worlds they love in groundbreaking new ways. So your chairman for Disney Experiences, Josh DeArmo, says this will enable us to bring together our incredible collection of stories and experiences from across the company for a broad audience in ways that we have only dreamed of before. Epic Games industry, a leading technology in Fortnite's open ecosystem, will help us reach consumers where they are, so they can engage with Disney in the ways that are most relevant to them.
There's a cool image of like a concept of the Disney ecosystem.
It's a Fortnite map
there's a
with
lot of-
Disney.
Yeah.
So if I understand this right, are they trying to do a unique Disney world here? Like this isn't just putting more Disney characters in Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
This is creating a whole Disney universe that it's its own separate thing, essentially. Is that right?
Correct.
Like the Lego expansion,
Yes.
in a way, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the Lego expansion, like the Rock Band thing that they're working on. Yes. Absolutely.
Because it got
Yeah,
me thinking. Oh, sorry. No, you go, Spencer.
Oh no, go on.
It got me thinking about this isn't obviously the first time Disney's collaborated with Fortnite, but it made more sense with stuff like Star Wars and more of the adult properties. And it's like it made me. My first thought was like, oh, are they going to put a Disney character, more traditional Disney characters, in Fortnite? Where it's like, okay, do you really want to have Belle from Beauty and the Beast holding a gun or something? You know what I mean? Like, or something like that. That was my first thought.
Point,
but this.
Go for it.
Yeah, but this, yeah, that was my first thought. But it sounds
blood
like
in
maybe
the
they're doing
game.
something different here.
There's so many different Easter eggs here because, like, that's the thing is we don't know exactly what this is, right? Like, I it's gonna be, I don't even know where to begin with it almost. Right?
Let me,
'Cause it's just
yeah,
like
the
it's-
Easter eggs. Let me pull up the big image. What do you
You
got?
have so much. Oh my gosh, you have a lot.
There's Monsters University, Wreck-It Ralph Tower. Of course, you have the.
Oh, your camera's saying charge battery pack.
Oh, thank you. Haha.
Let's see here. It looks like Mos Eisley there beside or.
Well, that makes sense because
yeah.
there's already lots of Star Wars content.
Yeah.
And
Stark Industries. You see the
Well,
Nightmare Before
Avengers
Christmas. Those are the ships from Lilo and Stitch, I believe. Not sure what's going to be there. There's all sorts of Star Wars stuff. You see Pandora up at the top right. You see Death Star. You see the Battle of Hoth. Nowhere from Guardians of the Galaxy is back there. See a whole like more different companies of Disney introduced there or shown there. I don't know. It's a lot of different things. I think it could be really like awesome, honestly, depending on how they do it. It's
I
gonna be
mean-
a very interesting idea.
They've even got an ESPN Stadium, which is a
Oh wow!
Disney property, 20th Century Fox, Lucasfilm.
can we watch Family Guy?
Probably they'll because they've just introduced Family Guy stuff into Fortnite, so that was their first foray into that like animation domination.
you know what?
No.
The more-
Futurama was first.
I don't know if you would be able to watch movies and things unless you had some sort of like Disney Plus subscription or Hulu subscription.
Well, yeah, but
They could definitely collaborate to do that easily.
Yes.
yeah, like you already can watch videos. The technology is there to watch videos in Fortnite.
So
So
to link your
if
account.
you if
I'm
you
just
have a
trying to
linked
see what
Disney
happens,
Plus
like your
account,
account.
I don't see any reason why you couldn't just
Yeah.
load up a Disney Plus video and watch it in Fortnite or like in that
And have a way
engine.
where it would sync it with you and your friends, so you could still do watch together.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
Bring it
awesome.
back some way.
That'd be a good way to
You
absolutely.
could be, your character model would be like, Mr. Meeseeks.
Well, it's like
Griffin said, "Damn!" Oh, I just want to highlight Griffin's comment here. Like, he said, "Damn, they beat Facebook to a metaverse."
Kronk with the Uzi. He said, "Yes, pull the lever, Kronk."
Rack the lever, Kronk.
Shoot the Kronk versus Bell. There we go.
Sully.
Yeah, Kronk versus Bell. There we go. All right, let's continue with the
Bell
article.
carrying a pump shotgun.
Oh, okay.
What happens if she kills somebody playing as Beast?
Anyway, deepening
broken.
the Epic Games and Disney relationship. Disney and Epic Games have engaged hundreds of millions of players through Fortnite content, integrations, season collaborations, in-game activations, and live events, including the Marvel Nexus War with Galactus, which drew more than 15.3 million concurrent players.
Unreal Engine is used to produce assets and content across the Disney portfolio, including in the development of video games like Kingdom Hearts 3? What? Oh, including in the development of video Kingdom Hearts 3 was Unreal Engine? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is.
Huh.
And then I believe 4 is as well.
4 would be Unreal Engine 5 then, huh?
Yeah, it will be 5.
Yeah. So Star Wars Jedi Survivor, that's going to look beautiful then. Oh my gosh. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is the another one which I have to beat Fallen Order still, but I'm sure Spencer can attest that Jedi Survivor looks beautiful.
They both look great.
Yeah.
Yeah. In cinematic and editing and animation for film and streaming, and in the creation of more than 15 Disney park attractions like Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So they've already had a really long partnership, obviously, because they've got probably their own support team at Epic for Unreal. They do. This all builds on Epic Games' participation in the 2017 Disney Accelerator program, which seeks to impact the future of technology and entertainment. So,
Which is how they used Unreal to make The Mandalorian for the volume as well.
There's more things there that use Unreal than I knew, which is cool to see.
Yep.
With how much they've already been using it, this to me was a no-brainer then for Disney to invest, because they obviously want to have it at their fingertips, and now they own a part of it.
It almost feels like it's also a partnership with Epic, just so they can keep Unreal as something in their back pocket for just different kinds of multimedia productions, whether that's gaming, film, TV. They've had that partnership. They want to keep it going, so they're investing in that.
Anybody else? Any thoughts?
It's an insane idea, so it's going to be really interesting to just see how it all comes together, especially when you have a strong foundation of Fortnite, where it's already doing, I think, a lot of things that Disney's wanting accomplished here. It's going to be very interesting to just see how all of it comes together into this big thing. So it'll be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. All right, last part of the article. Who wants it?
Go for it.
Don't everybody jump at the opportunity all at once. We're all about participation here at Red Shirts Remastered. Right,
this part right on this screen here, I can.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
Let's see.
The link was in the podcasting document. Slackers.
I bet it was. Just give me 1 second here. Games industry growth and Disney game success. The digital world is growing and evolving, with more than 3 billion video game players worldwide who want to move safely and seamlessly between the worlds they love, unleash their own creativity, and experience great gameplay. Let's see here. Disney's games business continues to deliver strong results since it shifted to a licensing business model. In 2016, Disney is a leading... sorry, I read that wrong. They moved to the licensing business model in 2016. Disney's leading games distributor, working with best-in-class developers and publishers, including on the best-selling superhero game of all time, Marvel Spider-Man. Licensed games from Disney garnered more than 150 award nominations, wins, and other accolades in 2023, including multiple Game of the Year nominations for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Where are we here? They have more than 1.5 billion global installs. And
Disney mobile games. Sorry.
The mobile games have 1.5 billion installs, and to date, 9 Disney game franchises have each grossed more than $1 billion in sales. In the U.S., the world's largest games market, licensed titles from Disney regularly hit the annual top 10 bestsellers list.
All right. There's actually a little teaser here, which
So I'm gonna actually play with audio. I don't care. It's from Disney.
Disney magic. It's definitely a little weird to see, but yeah, it's not their first collaboration, so it's not like totally out of the blue here. But so they made this video particularly for this announcement. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, there's that part.
Soonish. That's funny.
Don't hold your fucking breath.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Soonish.
Yeah, my
Soonish.
my
So they
my
said
only
about what was it? I don't remember. Anyways.
What?
my only thoughts are just like what I was saying about the if you're gonna add non-weaponized Disney characters to Fortnite itself, but it really doesn't sound like that's what they're planning on doing. So I don't know. We'll see. It's just it makes sense from a financial perspective, where it's like Fortnite's track record speaks for itself financially, and I haven't looked at the numbers recently. I don't think that it's going downhill or anything, from my understanding. So yeah, I see what they were trying to do here. It makes sense from a financial perspective, of course.
Oh, absolutely. From a financial perspective, I think from again, it goes back to making it accessible to everyone. On they're catching up with society essentially. Like Griffin said, they beat Facebook to a metaverse. Like the whole thing of the shopping experience, like, and all that, like that's the kind of things that every company wants to accomplish. I mean, Apple's trying to accomplish it with the Vision. You see those videos of people sitting there, with the Vision thing on, they're just typing in the air. And I saw one video of a guy driving while he was using it, a Tesla. He wasn't driving, he was in a Tesla, so it was self-driving.
Autopilot.
And it was autopilot, and he was using his Apple Vision, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's a terrible idea.
Terrible idea!
I'm waiting for the cop to pull him over.
I think you just really nailed it for me, though, of what exactly they're trying to do here. And if you look at the market nowadays, it's like the new generation, like Fortnite is the platform for them.
Yeah.
That's it's like when you're marketing to these kids, you can't really be like, oh, we'll just put out a new Disney Plus show that speaks to them. It's like they might not give a shit about Disney Plus, but they damn sure give a shit about Fortnite. So it's like you're looking at what are the platforms for these kids. It's Fortnite, it's YouTube, it's Twitch, and it's what streamers they follow.
Yeah,
like you got to go to where the kids are.
Look,
not try to pull them over to you.
Yes. Look, if the United States Election Board could partner with Fortnite and allow U.S. citizens to vote in Fortnite, the voter turnout would be incredible. Compared to like things like that. Like when we get to that point, I fear it. It's Wally. It's Wally.
I would hate that too. It's too convenient.
Yeah.
It's when you have too much convenience at that level, bad shit starts to happen.
Well, it's funny when you mentioned the Wally, and then the with the Apple Vision Plus or whatever, Apple Vision, whatever it's called. They had two people that were like sitting next to each other, messaging each other on it, or having like a video chat or something.
Oh,
and it was
like when kids are texting each other.
Yeah,
it was like literally something straight from Wally, where I think they had a scene like that in that movie.
Oh my god!
So like, I miss you. What was it? That was in Spider-Man: Far From Home. It's like, I miss you too, and they're sitting right next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's his name? And
Ned
and Betty.
Ned and
Betty. Yeah, Ned and Betty. So anybody have any final last words on this? I mean, we're again soonish, they say.
There's
so
not much to say since we don't know much about it. They said also at the end.
This is huge.
I guess speculation.
They showed Elsa at the end.
I
Oh no,
just
Spencer's
know-
never gonna play Fortnite again. They showed Elsa.
Can I run around as Donald Duck with an M16? That's
Probably.
all I need to know.
Probably.
Donald Duck.
Imagine the disaster if it got.
Wild.
Honestly, if we get more
I am
accessible
gonna
polling,
main-
though, it would be nice," said Griffin. But like, imagine the disaster if it got hacked.
If Mickey Mouse comes in, I'm literally gonna buy Mickey off the store, and I'm just gonna run around trolling everybody like, "Oh, get the fuck down, huh?"
Yeah, I was gonna say if I could do the Donald Duck voice, I would totally.
Yeah, there you go.
You kill people. It'll you do that voice.
Hey, soundboard, excellent. Hell yeah, excellent, Spencer. Love it. Love it.
Make your teammates laugh too, especially if they got voice turned on. Hell yeah.
All right, let's get on to our last topic that we wanted to bring up, and that is Xbox exclusives coming to PlayStation 5. Dun dun dun!
Which, yeah.
Lots of Xbox rumors coming leading up to, what is it, next week's business update? Yep, next week's
week.
business update event that they're going to update everybody on what's going on. One of those rumors is that they're going to announce a bunch of Xbox, what we thought were exclusives, going to PlayStation. This has come with a mixed reaction. I say whatever, let games be accessible. Yeah, to say the least. People are freaking out over this.
I got a hot take on this one.
Certain games, first of all, these are the rumored games: Sea of Thieves, Starfield, Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush, Microsoft Flight Sim, and I don't know if that includes 24, which would be then included in the unreleased games of Doom Year Zero and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. We don't know that.
So-
Indiana Jones and Doom Year Zero are on this list. However, these are just rumors. I have a feeling some of these games won't be announced. Starfield, Sea of Thieves, and Hi-Fi Rush are the three, and Flight Sim
I think
are the
those
four
seem to
big
be
ones.
The ones that keep getting rumored. the
Yeah.
most of those four.
So what are the facts so far? What's been confirmed?
There have been
They said
no
that they're going
facts.
to-
No facts.
No facts.
Well, they
no
said they're
facts
going-
have been confirmed. There is going to be a business update event next week. That is when all facts will be confirmed.
Did they,
That is
okay,
right
they
from
didn't
Phil Spencer's mouth. We're listening
say,
and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned.
So-
That's all we have.
So even just the word PlayStation, them saying that games are coming out for it, that hasn't even been confirmed yet.
Correct, and people are
there,
already
there.
freaking out.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, it's these games. Now, I'm gonna give what we can do for the three of us that Gio, you don't really have a horse in the race really because you're a PC only and PlayStation.
I definitely have an opinion on it.
You have an opinion though, but I'm gonna go with us three who have an actual horse in the race here, as people who expected some of these games to be only on Xbox. And I'll tell you, I'll go through each of these games and tell you how I feel if they end up on PlayStation. Sea of Thieves, fantastic. It's a social game. Give it to everybody. Starfield, I say do it. It was not as much of a hit as we expected, so go ahead and do it. Grounded, don't go ahead and do it. It's again a social game. You need to get more eyes on this game. Hi-Fi Rush. Amazing Shadow Drop, do it. It brings music, that genre, to the forefront on other platforms. Indiana Jones, don't do it. That was one of the big games that was promised when the acquisition of Bethesda was made. Doom Year Zero, I'd say don't do it. Flight Sim 2020, do. 24, do not. That's how I feel. Patrick. Start with how you feel about each of the individual games, and then give us a little more.
I have
and then I'll
pretty
go.
much mostly the same takes with you on this list. Sea of Thieves, obviously, I'm okay with that coming over. That's easily something you could do crossplay with. It's already been Xbox and PC, not an issue there. Starfield, like you said, not as well received. I mean, they've already started discounting it in just about every retail store. So just go ahead and dump that on there. Yeah, let the PlayStation people have that. Now, when it comes to the DLC that's coming out down the line, I'm okay if they decide with Bethesda, all right, timed exclusive, we'll give the DLC to the Xbox people first.
Absolutely.
If they decide to go ahead and give it to everybody, that's okay too.
Whatever.
That's not a big deal.
I like the timed exclusive idea for the DLC, though. That'll probably help quell the anger a little bit, probably.
Yeah. Grounded, that game's been out for a while. Not a big deal. Go let the PlayStation people get scared of the giant spiders. Go ahead. Hi-Fi Rush, like you said, cool shadow drop. I think that kind of like cel-shaded anime sort of style kind of fits the PlayStation in a lot of ways as well, because it's JRPGs are really big over on PlayStation. I think that's a perfectly fine fit for PlayStation. Indiana Jones, you are 100% right. That was promised as Xbox exclusive. I'm okay if they do that timed exclusive. That's fine.
Yeah, especially if it's not as big a hit like Starfield. Go ahead, timed.
I think it needs to be 1 year.
Yeah, I'd go longer than that on that. It depends on how well the game is made. Yeah.
Minimum 1 year. Doom, I'm actually okay with this one if they want to put Doom over on PlayStation. Yes, Doom, it's really big and it's Bethesda, but Doom is it's been around forever. I'm okay if PlayStation gets that one. I'm not as worried about that one. But if Xbox and Bethesda decide, you know what, let's make that a timed exclusive, that's fine too. Flight Simulator, I'm sort of mixed on. I think you're right, 2020 should come out, but the way Asobo does their stuff, it's very real-time updates with world updates and things. I'm okay if they get 24. The problem with that is it's really tied to Microsoft now in a lot of ways. So how they can go about doing that's interesting, and I'm interested to see how that would work on PlayStation. The controls are very similar to Xbox. It's not that far off, and things are very customizable. The only way you'd be able to communicate with your friends would be via Discord, though, which Discord did just finally come out on PlayStation. So, sure, I say go for it, but that one I feel a little more attached to, being a flight sim guy. So it's like, part of me is like, do you, don't you? I don't know. That's a weird slippery slope there. My biggest beef I have with this whole thing is Sony does not give any of their exclusive rights over to Microsoft. None of their titles have generally not ever come over to Microsoft. That's been my biggest beef with this, is if this is true and stuff is coming over, it's like Microsoft is handing games to PlayStation. And I have heard from a lot of people in the community now, there's a few people who've gotten so butthurt over this situation. They are literally already starting to sell their Xboxes back to GameStop and other stores. Literally, no joke, their Series X and S's, they are starting to sell them now based on the rumor. And they're buying a PS5.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What's the point of owning an Xbox if I can just play these games on PS5?
Well, for me, before Spencer goes, I'm going to say, one, the only real PlayStation exclusive that's really seriously come to Xbox is a niche game and now it's a huge niche game in MLB, but it's still like, it's not for everybody. Like, you and Spencer aren't going to play that, so
and there's games
I
like
agree.
Spider-Man I want to play. And
and
like,
you would have to get a PC or a PlayStation to play. Exactly.
It feels like it's not a fair transfer, is the way I'm looking at it. Is Xbox is handing their stuff over to PlayStation, but PlayStation goes, no, we're not going to let you play any of our games on Xbox. Why would we do that? And so now the biggest discussion is, all right, if this is the case, are a bunch of people just going to start selling their Xboxes and buying PS5s and PCs? Because at that point, it's like, if you buy a PC, a lot of those PlayStation titles are just going to be out, 2-3 years down the road on PC anyways. So why bother even owning an Xbox anymore, especially if you can just get PC Game Pass? So that's the weird situation we're in right now. But like everybody's saying, just kind of wait. Don't get too furious. Just kind of wait it out. See what Phil Spencer and the team have to say next week. They're going to confirm a lot of this stuff. They're going to deny a lot of this stuff. But my biggest thing I would like to see is Sony and PlayStation start to play ball and allow maybe a few more of their titles come over to Xbox, because from my perspective, I can see I don't own a PC. I only own an Xbox. So it's like I feel like I'm getting gypped over here. It's cool. I'm glad my PlayStation friends are finally getting to play some of these Xbox games. I'm really happy for them. But for us, we're not getting anything back. Nothing.
Yeah.
So if Sony and team decide they want to drop a cool game or two, well, we already know Final Fantasy stuff's coming over, so that's fine. But for people who aren't JRPG people, it's like they're looking at this like,
Yeah, they want games like Spider-Man, God of War.
God of War.
I mean,
we got none of this stuff.
Yeah,
like, they're just sitting there looking like, what are we getting in return? What's the point of owning an Xbox? Yeah. And they're going to sell their Xbox. That's what it's coming down to.
I mean, not necessarily for me though. To do with I would choose Xbox over PlayStation because of the controller, the feel of the controller in my hand.
See, I don't the feel of the controller, and I like Game Pass. But if a lot of these big titles are starting to even go over to PlayStation, what's the point of even having Game Pass?
Because you don't have to buy the games, you have the subscription.
If you have PC, it makes sense just to play it on PC at that point.
Yeah, but not all games go to PC.
Not all of them, but a majority of them do.
True.
Especially the big ones.
Well, yes, if you can play a game on PC, definitely play it on PC. Absolutely. Spencer, what are your thoughts on these games coming to PlayStation?
Oh, yeah, I have a lot. Yeah, so first Sea of Thieves. I think this is like out of this whole list, that's definitely the best game to put on there, right? Because you have it. Did it launch on PC as well, or was that a later thing?
No, they launched same day and date, PC and Xbox.
Okay. Well, point is though, is a huge part of the community is on Xbox and huge parts on PC. So with it being what I'd say one of the biggest online games of this age, I think it's fantastic to bring that and expand to all three of the three of the four major gaming spaces, I guess.
Because that would never run on Switch.
And so, well, I mean, I think with the new rumored specs, you could
Switch to it probably could. Yeah,
with the new console, I'm okay if they want to. Yeah, but as long as they're running on Rare servers and not Nintendo servers.
Well, yeah. The more important, besides change it for another thing, but Sea of Thieves though I think is a fantastic game to bring because it would just help. At the end of the day, when you have a big online game, you want to reach more players so you can get more business with the game, and so I think that's fantastic to bring that because I think that's to this point maybe the biggest fault of Sea of Thieves is that it isn't accessible to a big portion of an online audience, right? And so, or gaming audience. So I think that's the best game to bring over on this list. Starfield, sure. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I know it was meant to be Xbox's big thing, but I think it's okay after a bit to bring. I'm okay with the timed exclusivity. And I think that's the big thing. Now, how long? That's the big debate right there. And so I think Starfield, especially for a thing where it's like, I think it did number-wise, it did better than I think people give it credit for. But I don't think it hit the numbers that everyone was quite wanting, though, even though it did. Like box office wise, like if I had to compare it to my theorizing. If I had to compare it to box office numbers, you'd say you expect it to be $1 billion movie. Okay, you didn't quite hit that, but maybe like a $600 million movie. So like it still did fair, but not what was expected. And so, Grounded, I mean, I think a lot can be said, same for like what I said for Sea of Thieves, but not as big, because Sea of Thieves is the bigger beast of the two, but I think it could still be good. Hi-Fi Rush, I mean, that was a shadow drop. That the big thing with Hi-Fi Rush, I feel like, is, and the big thing that's important about a lot of these too is you have to look at Xbox's current like business model and of that whole thing of okay, so much is on Game Pass. If everyone that's playing it already has Game Pass, what's the money you're making for specifically that game? And I know it sold. I think fairly well on Steam actually, but I think for games like that, you especially need to expand it to other places later on. Like as type exclusivity, Shadow Drop, it could work with a business model. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Rumor is that it's a timed exclusive for a few months. I'm honestly. Well, here's the thing. It's not. I get it could be. It's not the. I don't hate it. It's a single player game. It only can live so much for a game like that. Once you beat it all the way through in those first week or two, it's done for, right? And so all the hardcore fans would have
except it's Indiana Jones. You can add other easily. DLC for Indiana Jones is very easy.
Here's the thing: Machine Games, none of their games have ever been built that way.
True,
and so, yeah, it's going to be like Spider-Man 2, where if they do anything, it would just be a mission or two for free. I don't. That's it. And so,
damn. Thoughts on that for another day. All right, what about Doom Year Zero? I know you got thoughts on that.
Doom Year Zero. Doom's been a massive hit on PlayStation, so I don't see why you wouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. Doom sells no matter what. Yeah. So that's the thing.
True.
And so I don't see why you wouldn't, especially it's Doom. Especially if you're having if you're having the way like the Godfather essentially of FPSs restricted to one platform. I don't know if when it's built to be on everything after expanding out. Yeah. I don't think it should be restricted. And then Flight Sim, I feel very much the same way about that on Sea of Thieves. Honestly, both versions. I don't think one should be exclusive or the other because at the end of the day, it's a massive online game. The more players you have on an online game, the better it is for the health and community of it, especially if it's all crossplay and all that too. So that's what you want. You want more players to a game when it's online, and so when it's online and having a crossplay on all systems, then that means literally anyone can play from anywhere they want. The big problem I see with this list, though, is let's see here. Sea of Thieves was a huge reason why I was playing a lot on Xbox One and still played it a good bit on Series X. Starfield was the reason I got a Series X. Indiana Jones is the number one thing I'm looking forward to from Xbox. Doom, ever since I heard that rumor, I've been over there and love Doom. Hi-Fi Rush was an amazing shadow drop. Grounded was a great survival game, and Flight Sim is the best simulator out there. What I'm saying here is it's arguably the best from the last couple generations of, or not couple generation, this current and last generation of Xbox, right? The big things that I feel like are missing, which have also been rumored that I think are much less likely than any of these, is Gears of War, the more likely of the two, and then Halo Infinite, which who knows? Here's the thing. Assuming this list is true, right? Not saying that because I don't believe all rumors, right? That's the thing. Assuming this list is true, there is absolutely, even if it comes a little later, at the end of the day, you have no reason to buy an Xbox. Because if all the main games are going to be at PlayStation at the end of the day, then you have absolutely no reason to purchase another piece of hardware just to play something like 3 months early. As rumored with Indiana Jones. And so, it just makes a really question of it being even if half of these are true, I completely get where people are coming from for selling their Xboxes and stuff as well.
Sure.
It's I'm not saying I'm going to. I've got my money's worth out of it. And at the end of the day, it's another console that has Game Pass that allows for extra storage space, right? With as much as crap I'm into with a wide diversity, seems like half the time there's not enough storage on my Xbox and my laptop combined here sometimes. So Just a little bit. I keep some free space, but that's but no, I if this is true, I just don't see a point in owning a hardware.
Well,
Hardware
it's funny you bring that up because a lot of people are thinking that because they're going this route, it spells that there won't be a next Xbox generation. That it'll all be.
That's the rumor I keep hearing is they don't think there's going to be another Xbox piece of hardware.
So,
I
there's going to be
heard
another
hardware
Series
still-
X. I've heard a refresh for the Series X.
Yeah, I've heard something about.
And
that,
I don't
but
know of anything else past that. I'm not gonna again assume rumors
knows.
based
Not
on
even
these
Phil Spencer
games.
knows.
But Gio, do you have anything on these individual games or just it all as a whole?
Probably just as a whole.
Okay, I'm gonna
it all
I'm gonna
ties
get
in
rid of that.
together.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that graphic off then. But yeah, look. Everyone's like thinking, and then there's all these things like going around saying Microsoft Game Pass to the Xbox. There's rumors that they're gonna rebrand Xbox gaming to just Microsoft gaming in general and Microsoft Game Pass, and so there's all these rumors and people are freaking out that it's spelling the end of the Xbox console. So Gio, your turn.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of sensationalism with that. But
yeah.
First of all, I think the first thing you have to understand that a lot of people forget is that Xbox has been multi-platform for years now. First of all, they were doing games like, for example, once they bought the Banjo, like the Rare as a company, they put Banjo-Kazooie on Nintendo DS. They were famously quoted as saying you could buy a Wii and a 360 for the price of a PS3. So this is a thing where this is not new of Xbox putting games on other systems. They've always had that mentality because they're an American company, not a Japanese company. So they have a different mentality on this stuff than the Japanese companies do. Another thing is they may need to be doing this because of their acquisitions. One of the things they said, which we talked about on this channel, was when with the Blizzard Activision thing, they were saying, okay, we have to keep Call of Duty a non-exclusive for this many amount of years. So this might be a thing where they have to do this to kind of prove that they're not hoarding all their games. That might be part of this as well. One of the things to keep in mind is that this is kind of like, how do I put this? Well, one thing I think multi-platform games is a good thing. I don't think this is a bad thing for like, I think every game should be on every platform. And it's like, okay, Sony is not doing the same thing. They're not reciprocating. Okay, well then Sony is the issue that you have here. It's not Microsoft. Microsoft is doing a good thing in a sense by allowing more people to play their games, and it might work out financially for them as well because there's more people that can buy those games and give them money. So it's like from Microsoft's perspective, it's a good thing financially.
It's good for the Microsoft thing, but.
And it's like, yeah, if you're upset that Sony isn't bringing those games the other way around, it's like, first of all, I mean, why is someone else getting something bad for you? You're not getting anything taken away from you. That it's like, it's not logically, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, they're not taking anything; they're just giving the same games to them.
Yeah. So it's like I understand if you're like, oh, Sony isn't doing the same thing. Okay, yeah, like I agree. Sony should make their games multi-platform too. But overall, I think the main thing to understand is that the idea of the exclusive is dying. That idea is it's slowly dying. If you look at the PS5 as an example, go look up the list of the PS5 exclusive games. Keep in mind it's 4 years since the system has been out. Not exactly. It's 2024 now. It came out in 2020, right? So.
Yeah,
there's literally 15 games on the list of PlayStation 5 exclusives. That's counting VR games. That's counting Demon's Souls, which was a remake. That's counting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is a timed exclusive. That's counting Stellar Blade, which is not out yet. You know what I mean? Like the idea of like this huge amount of exclusive games. It's not a reality. There's not a whole bunch of these exclusive games that Sony's like hoarding either. So it's a thing where I think the more multi-platform games you have, the better. I think that's a good way to look at it. But and I think Microsoft is just doing what they think they have to do to evolve and to survive in the market and the way things are going. And it's like if Sony is going to, if they're going to keep doing things the way they're doing them, I mean, okay, well then we'll see how that works out for them. But I don't think it's going to be good. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you think about all the money they've spent in the past. Now, when was Bethesda? 2020 is when it closed, right? So the past 5 years, and it was announced in 2019, right?
Announced in 2018, 2019, but they didn't close until 2021.
So yeah, so in the past 4 or 5 years, think about how much money they've spent. They gotta like you said, Gio, they gotta recoup it somehow a little bit. So,
and now after the Activision Blizzard deal, they gotta recoup even more.
So I think go ahead, Gio.
No, I wasn't even factoring in the recuperating money already spent. That's a very good point. Because that's already spoken for money that you now have to, try to get back into the black financially.
Yeah, they're severely in the red right now.
I found a statistic here I wanted to bring up from one of their business things recently, where it showed that Xbox hardware revenue only grew up by 3%.
Well, yeah.
In what period of time?
I believe this was for the last quarter that just happened.
So,
but this is talking about for the big problem with this is that it's going into the whole Black Friday holiday sale.
Oh, but
how much percentages would it be for PlayStation and Nintendo, which is probably a bit higher, I'd imagine.
Yes,
relatively for percentages.
Their marketing strategy isn't consoles. Their marketing strategy is subscriptions and games, and accessibility. I mean, look at all the Samsung stuff they've done with the Samsung TV, and over the holidays they're always pushing that. And every time they have some sort of showcase, a lot of times they'll bring that up again. They said especially when Game Pass Ultimate came about, and obviously I think it's changed a little bit back towards consoles a little bit because it didn't, we had they kept talking about how they wanted to make gaming accessible for everybody and how, there was all this talk of Game Pass coming on the Switch and coming onto the PlayStation and
that never happened.
And that never happened. And a family plan with Game Pass, which never happened, They tested it and they nixed it. I was very excited for the family plan, and they realized we're not going to make money on this. So
like a family plan and Nintendo, they're like, ooh.
Yeah, so
trigger on that still, though.
I think that's part of the whole thing is everyone always comments on their lack of console sales and their growth. I bet you if you look at it at the end of this year, we're going to see a much lower, percentage of growth because
I want to see
something like this with the games going on to Sony and everything and focusing on Game Pass and all that.
I want to see what the comparison is of console sales versus actual game sales, because you can still have ridiculously low console sales, but then the amount of people that already own the console, 4 years in now, you can still spend a lot of money, or Game Pass subscriptions shooting up.
I think Spencer might have. Do you have anything on games on that?
So here's the thing, right? Is this looks like to me is that Xbox isn't becoming a competitor, but a publisher is what it looks like, and
like
it's a huge transformation. Right, like Sega, right? And so then we'd just be left with Nintendo, PlayStation, and PC now. Because the fact of the matter is where they're losing money is from their consoles. Period.
They always lost money.
Xbox One.
Most companies don't. Every company loses money on consoles, though.
I'm talking about overall.
Oh, overall. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Compared to what the others are losing.
If you just take what PlayStation's doing, say, right, for the PS5 console, how much money whatever their numbers end up being, they've ended up gaining if you look at just their console and game sales, versus apparently Xbox has apparently not been doing that well compared to it. Making it just not as much of it's a financial loss at this point, is what it seems like, as to why they're having to do this. And the whole reason is because they screwed up the Xbox One era, and now people are sold on PlayStation and don't want to go back to the Series X is the big problem. So I don't know. It seems like Xbox is just trying to adapt because people overall don't want their hardware, and I think that's what the numbers show. Yes, you have a solid fan base still there, but it's not enough for a long-term viability that
Agreed.
Nintendo and PlayStation have, and that's the root of the problem.
Think about this. My Xbox hardly gets touched anymore. I turn it on to update the games I've installed on it. I'll play baseball when it comes out. It'll be my baseball machine. That's what it becomes. So I completely agree, because if I have the ability to game on a PC over a console, I will. To Matthew Coburn's point, saying Xbox better not do that. If Sony isn't, then Microsoft better not. Remember, Matthew, what I mentioned earlier about Samsung and what Xbox is doing, putting xCloud on a TV system, that's going to end up on every TV eventually. And everybody's going to have gigabit or higher internet. And so it's all going to run.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, eventually.
Eventually. Gigabit will be the low end of the internet, but it'll be enough for everybody to run xCloud and all these games on a streaming. But we're still not there. But that's where Xbox is heading towards.
Yeah,
Game Pass will end up on PlayStation. Game Pass will end up on the Switch. And it'll be another subscription service like Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah.
That makes sense, and to be able to lay that foundation for it is you need the games on the console.
Other consoles, exactly. Yeah. So I think that's what we're looking at is in the past couple of years, Microsoft's strategy has been subscriptions and games and not consoles.
With all that being said, then if all these games are ending up on the opposing console, then I think it would be completely justifiable for to not have selling your Xbox at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that's really what is happening. Obviously, we won't know. And here's the other thing too that I want to bring up as well about that thing too. Is they're not going to announce all the games right off the bat, right? They're only going to say a few.
No, never.
But that doesn't mean the games not said are not coming. Or get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where it's literally a waiting game. Wait 2 years from now. Okay, let's see how many of these games end up on PlayStation and where Xbox is at.
Again, the only reason I wouldn't sell my Xbox right now is baseball. Every other game I can play, and obviously also the extensive library I've built over the years of games that I don't necessarily want to rebuy on another platform, But those are the only reasons that I wouldn't sell my Xbox right now. Baseball and all my huge library of games that, just like Spencer, just like most of us that are gamers, there are games on my Xbox that I've bought that I still haven't even played.
Same.
So it's, that's the reason. But again, those are all on an account somewhere. And if eventually they're like, all right, all our digital games, if you own digital games from us, you can stream them now. Buy Xbox.
Good luck with that.
Here's something interesting.
They've talked about that. Bringing some games that you on Xbox. Yes, they have. Some, not all, but some games that you own that aren't on Game Pass. They've talked about having them streamable.
Yeah. And then there's still the issue of all the companies and legal stuff with backwards compat and how.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother animal.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing that's worth noting as well is if it's if they keep some of these as timed exclusives, right? For a lot of people, especially younger generation, it's all about FOMO, fear of missing out. So if you're gonna have to wait 2 years to play the game, that's a big deal. You know, like a lot of people like us, we're fine with waiting to play it on our preferred platform, or a lot of people are anyway. But there's a bunch of people who do not want to wait, and like they want to play it with their friends when it first comes out. They want to play it when their favorite streamer is playing it. They want to have to wait for the 2 years or the 6 months even to have for that game to come out on a different platform. So I don't think if it's a timed exclusive, that would totally eradicate the need for, say, getting an Xbox, because that's a big part of it for some people is the experience of getting in on the ground floor and being one of the first to play it. And I think that's still, there's something to be said for that. To what degree, I don't know, but I feel like that's worth mentioning.
There's definitely a lot of FOMO, but as Chris was saying, if they're going away from the hardware side at Xbox, that's not really going to matter as much if it's going subscription based, because then you can just play the games on whatever platform you want, which is basically what Xbox has been trying to do for a while, is get away from not necessarily consoles, but put the games out on multiple places where you can play them either in your browser, on your phone, on a tablet. You'll have your options. So, I mean, right now, PlayStation players, if you have like a good size screen cell phone, you can get a Game Pass subscription and just stream right to your phone right now.
Yeah, so it's already here in a way, right?
It's here. You can do it as long as you got a good internet signal.
Yep.
So, like, if you're a PlayStation person, you're probably doing pretty good right now because you can still get Xbox access pretty easily. Whereas the other way around, it's like, can you get PlayStation access real easily as an Xbox player? No.
No, not at all.
Not at all. If you're a PC player, you're living your best life because you got access to everything, except Nintendo, obviously.
Yeah, well, no, that's not true.
Nintendo.
Emulators, I mean.
Emulators and piracy.
Yeah.
But don't let the Nintendo ninjas know.
Yep. So, I don't like PlayStation controllers. You're asking what's wrong with Xbox's controllers? Haptic feedback. Yeah, Griffin says Xbox still needs to update their controllers to achieve parity with the rest of the big three. Yeah.
The problem is Xbox has that to a degree, but for like over $100 more, or $100 more at the least.
Yeah,
because
not even integrated.
They're going to supposedly later this year announce regular ones with haptic feedback as well. And
one thing I've noticed with controllers though is a lot of that stuff is it's very gimmicky, and it's like it doesn't really add to the game a whole lot.
Haptic feedback really does.
Even PlayStation took away features from, like, PlayStation 2 had feedback with their buttons. Each button had a
you don't want it on the buttons though. The triggers is one thing. The buttons, I don't.
Well, it had use in some of the games that you played, but it wasn't widely adopted enough where they're like, okay, what's the point of having this? So they took it out.
Yeah. Matthew Coburn wants to know what haptic feedback is. Who wants to explain it to him?
It's literally like feeling the game as you're playing it. Essentially, it's an advance on, if you want to sum it down, like an advance of the rumble feature.
If someone's pushing you and you have to press the right trigger to push back, you'll feel the push on the trigger.
I'll say this. Say it's raining in the game. It's raining in the game. You're holding it, like as you normally do. There's like little dots like around here. Like when it's raining, that you'll feel.
You can feel it.
That's cool
it's
too.
It's all about feeling precise points, or like if there's a wave, it'll go one way to the other, and so.
And I always
it's a more precise way of doing
too.
Like advanced vibrations, right? And that's the other big thing too, is you have these special triggers, right? Of where you fire it and it'll as you
kick back on you.
It's like so Matthew Goober says it's like D-Box where your chair vibrates with. Yeah, it's similar to D-Box but a controller.
Kind of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's a good way to put it in movie terms.
There you go. Griffin says I can beam people on the finals with mouse-like aim on a DualSense, but need to rely on aim assist on an Xbox controller. Sounds like a you problem to me.
Yeah, I'm wondering what he means by that. Is he using the touchpad, or is this a thing like
No,
what makes the?
He's talking about the. I think he was talking about the gyro capabilities.
Yeah.
That Xbox doesn't
Oh yeah, he
have,
did say gyro
right?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Or,
that's the thing is, I do think though, this is like the best controller there is for consoles and stuff.
So for me, it's the
one that they
sticks.
got.
The only thing that I don't like about it is the I can't. My thumbs don't feel, and that's a personal thing for anybody. And that's my point. Is like for me,
That's-
it also boils down to personal preference because for me, my thumbs don't feel right going like this with the sticks. So the offset sticks are much more comfortable. But I also have
Well, see, I
bad
think-
joints and things like that. You know that a 20-year-old doesn't have. You know. I played. Don't get me wrong. When I was your age, I was playing with PlayStation controllers, no problem. Now though. Same. Did you just say same, Patrick? You're fucking 29 years old, motherfucker.
No, not joint issues playing on PlayStation.
I'm saying, yeah, but but you would still be able to play fine on a PlayStation controller without having joint issues. Is my point. So you saying same is like, yeah, man, I feel your pain. 29 years old, and I feel your pain, man. I love it. Love it. Gotta rag on you. Don't fall asleep.
We're certainly going to see more
3 hours,
advancements
I'm
like
fine.
that as time goes on, though.
What was that, Gios?
Oh, I'm just saying we're definitely going to see more advancements in that as time goes on with the technology. We're already seeing that. I think it's just a matter of seeing what works, what's important, and what has staying power, and what's just gimmicks. And yeah, so I think we're seeing that slowly and surely. The things that think about analog sticks, where that was just a Nintendo gimmick on an N64, and now it's like every system, every controller has 2 analog sticks, dual analog now.
Yeah.
Well, and
and
anyway,
where it was on the N64.
The way you had to grip the controller.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
That was a bad design decision.
Such a bad design controller.
In hindsight, right? But that's like they had no frame of reference. That was they're just trying shit out.
Absolutely. They had gamepad fight sticks and stuff as a point of reference. The only analog sticks you knew were in arcades.
Yeah, it was a joystick.
Nintendo had the fight pad. Oh my gosh, dogs. But let's start wrapping this up. One thing I wanted to think that we should do is because what's everybody looking for? We might not have a Rambling Red Shirts next week. We might game. Depends on the news cycle. But there is going to be a bunch to talk about. I'm going to start so I can mute because the dogs. What I'm looking forward to is the Deadpool 3 trailer. And it made me think about it because Spencer picture that he posted in Discord. So that's what I'm looking forward to coming up this next week. Who wants to go next?
I'm just trying to think of something. Give me just one moment. I'll think of something. Something. What's coming out soon? I don't know.
Patrick.
I'm trying real hard right now.
I'm just hoping that there's just some stuff that's been announced that I hope that we finally see some stuff from, right? What were you going to say, Patrick? Or Spencer?
Oh no, go on.
Like me personally, I'm just waiting for. I don't know if we were talking about something in particular, but I'm waiting for still the more information on the Elden Ring DLC.
Oh, there you go.
That is, I'm not in the sense like waiting for it. Like I don't care if it takes a long time to come out because I know it's going to be good, but I'm definitely anticipating it, and I can't fucking wait to see anything from that or a release date. Like I'm hyped for that.
Wait,
for sure.
That game's been out for almost 2 years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely in its second year. Yes, I don't know if it's been exactly like 365.
Very
times
close
two.
to it. It came out in February of 22. I mean, pretty sure.
Oh wow! So,
Yeah.
if that's the case, yeah,
I'm pretty sure it came out in February.
February 25th. So
Yep.
soon will be.
Yep. Maybe. Oh, so you might be getting an announcement soon, Gio, with their 2-year anniversary coming up.
Oh, I can't wait.
There is a rumor that they're doing something mobile. Like, I don't know if it's a separate Elden Ring game or they're trying to port it to mobile. Very possible they're trying to port it mobile with all the stuff Apple's doing, though. So, we'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah, just something that I saw recently in the last 2-3 days. Patrick, do you got one?
So this is actually a follow-up from last week's podcast. We're actually still waiting to hear more on Nintendo Direct. I have heard a little bit more rumblings as of this week. It may potentially be a partner showcase instead of a full-on Direct, because the rumors are that if the console's coming out, they would rather focus on third-party games instead of first-party titles. And they can still maybe include, like, you know, a reminder like, hey, Luigi's Mansion 2 Remaster is about to come out this summer, and Princess Peach Showtime is coming. So, but it seems like they're really going to try to focus on third-party games
To show the power of the console.
Yeah. At least through the summer months and maybe even early fall. They're just going to show you, hey, these are the games that are coming. And the rumor I've heard as of today potentially is the Switch announcement will be coming. Next console announcement is going to be coming potentially mid-March, right before there's a big game expo that takes place where they do like hardware.
CES.
I don't know if it was CES.
I thought it was CES.
It's a developer conference. But they do a lot of hardware reveals at.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the Game Developers Conference, GDC. It's GDC. Yeah, it's GDC.
And so the rumor is they might drop the console announcement like a day or two right before GDC, so that way if Nintendo's actually going to be at GDC, they can literally just roll out the hardware right there on the show floor and show it off like a prototype or a preview version of it. Which more than likely it'll probably just be some kits. Some dev kits, probably.
Yeah.
But still, if they do make that announcement right before GDC, which apparently I think they've done that in the past at Nintendo. I don't remember exactly which console it was, but it's highly likely that is a potential. So keep your eyes peeled. March might be when they decide to drop the new console, whether it's a Switch 2 or Switch Pro, or they might drop the Switch entirely and go a whole different direction. We don't know. But the rumor on the streets is that it's still Switch related. That's what I keep hearing.
All right, Spencer, you obviously have something lined up you're very excited about.
Yeah, I will be finishing up this book for the Red 5 Reading Book Club. Dark Force Rising, the second book of the Thrawn trilogy, is our last meeting. Covering the rest of it will be this Saturday. They're usually Sundays, but changed it because there's some, I don't know, game about a ball going on with two teams. Big scripted thing going on that supposedly
scripted. I love it. He said scripted. Yes, love it.
So there's something going on there. I'm not quite sure what it is. Heard something about Taylor Swift involved in it. Anyway.
She's gonna hoist.
Well, apparently she's got like the day before she's in Japan, and apparently like, oh, she's gonna make it. So and she can.
Literally came out and said publicly, the government of Japan said, we are going to make sure Miss Taylor Swift makes it to the Super Bowl.
Really? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
They're like,
anyway, let's stop. Go ahead, Spencer. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that we're gonna be meeting Saturday, and I'm looking forward to finishing up this book because Heir to the Empire is such a fantastic first movie, Force Awakens, if you will, to a proper Disney trilogy. So reading the second book so far has been quite an experience that I've been enjoying. And,
awesome.
Definitely worth the read if you're a Star Wars nerd or a book nerd in general. Because here's the thing: Heir to the Empire was the first EU book, really. And so this is a big thing for Star Wars there. So going back and reading them has been awesome, and I love my Star Wars, and I love seeing it done really well here, and so I can't wait for more.
Speaking of more, why don't you go ahead and plug what, since we're going to be wrapping up. Plug your
I know what.
Plug your channel, that thing that you do.
Oh.
That thing,
I do, yeah.
that thing.
Check out the Dingus Den, where you can find all cool comic stuff going on over there. I'll be honest, I've been slacking on editing the video, but that'll be out sometime, as well as a Me and Chris have something else cooking up.
We do.
I would show it. But I don't have it right beside
That's
me. I can
okay.
go get it really quick. But
I mean, I can pull the picture.
we have something coming.
Yeah.
I have something going on. We have something. Here, I'll show you here in just a moment. Everyone else go.
You can find Patrick and I very easily on Twitch. Red Shirts Remastered. Twat? What? I mean, Twitch. Twitchy. Streaming, gaming streaming. We've been doing. Each of us have been doing a bunch of it. We need to all of us get together for a game stream one day.
And guys, Chris did karaoke.
I did karaoke. That was So I'll plan on that. That was very successful. I felt like so. I plan on doing it more. And also, I'm not sure when, but coming on this YouTube channel, a live reading. It won't be all in one day, but we'll do it over episodes of Scott Lang. Look out for the little guy. The Ant-Man story.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right.
So apparently it's the Crash Gust Den now.
Crash this den. Okay.
This is Matthew Coburn.
Gio, anything you want to plug? You got anything? I mean, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Okay. All right, then. He will be around with us, too, some places. On the Red Shirts Remastered. All right. Let's see that cover.
Here you go. For anyone that doesn't look at Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Suicide Squad. What is it called? Kills or Kill Arkham Asylum. It's I believe it's a 5-issue miniseries they're doing, official prequel to the new Suicide Squad game. You don't usually see comics in bags because this is a code for you getting something in the game. Kind of lame, but what you get. But I hope they get better. Also, something else that we're doing that I also didn't talk about. We have a special. We're trying out a new role playing game that'll.
Oh yeah.
Likely come out as video recordings on the Dingus and most likely.
Yep.
And that is this right here, where I bought this nice physical book. I found the free PDF finally after months of searching, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy this as well.
And then I ended up buying the whole bundle digitally, so we can play. So we have it available on Roll20. So we have everything available that's out right now on Roll20. So yeah, I'm excited, very excited for that. I'm not gonna tell you about my character, but I have a really cool character.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff. That's I have a cool idea that I'm trying to figure out the best way how to implement. So yeah, that'll be cool.
And all right, well, thank you everybody for watching. Matthew Coburn, Griffin, great to see you, man. Hey, there's some guy named Geo the Sage and Dingus Den in the chat. What the hell?
No idea.
Nicole's not here, but if you come back and watch the rest of this. Thank you for coming by. Ubaldo, if you're still lurking. James Tyler. All right. Thank you, everybody else who I forgot to mention. I'm not sure if there's anybody else in the chat, but if you're lurking, thank you for lurking. And make sure you share this. Share our adventures. Share our channel. Share our Linktree channel. You can take a picture of the QR code. Links in the description. Links all over the chat. So check it out, guys. And we will be back another day for another stream with more fun stuff. Check us out here on Red Shirts Remastered. Extreme close-up of Patrick. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye, everybody.
Peace and love, everybody.